My Mark 1 Punto, I wanted it to sound a bit more... He said, take the air cleaner out and stretch a pair of your mum's tights over the airbox.
We've all done it.
And to be fair, I thought I was the coolest fucking guy around because it made so much noise. Probably putting a pair of tights over the intake on that, but make sure you stretch them over. You can't just put them on loose.
Just leave them baggy here.
Yeah, don't leave them baggy.
Don't go up the intake.
Nor a bag.
Yeah,
too young for that.
Yeah, make sure you stretch it over. And it was my mum's tights as well. Mum was like, where are my tights? Like, no,
He's like, he's been wearing them again.
Yeah.
He's either robbing banks or he's wearing them. Yeah,
My wife
with
bought
the
one
gimbal.
for her business.
Yeah.
We're recording, he said my wife again.
My wife.
My wife.
Just catch my skinny side, yeah? They ain't
That's
one.
why I sit over here.
Oh, yeah, no, they ain't the skinny side. I've got used to being fat on camera. You kind of just look at yourself and think, you fat fuck.
We did a podcast with my brother, and he sat on the end, didn't he?
Yeah.
And with his side, facing that way. And after it come out, he's like, I'm going on a diet.
Yeah.
He's like, I look massive. I'm like,
No, the funny thing was as well, someone said to me, God, you put some weight on it. I said, the camera had 10 pounds.
Fucking camera
It's
ads.
got
I tell
to be-
people the camera ad's £50.
It's got to be the
Trust
way
me.
I'm sitting.
Right, 1, 2, 3.
There's his clap. Right, welcome to Gasolinethe Junkies. I'm Russell.
I'm a poorly Barry, so excuse my croaky voice.
And today we're joined by...
I'm Mike, so usually broken cars.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, Mike.
You're very welcome.
Right,
Thank you for having me.
No, you're very welcome. Thank you for giving up your time. So we're going to start off. What do you currently drive?
So, daily Mini Cooper S, R53 Cooper S.
Oh, nice.
Paid £100 for it.
Even better.
I thought like £100 cars and £500 cars are a thing of the past, but
We'll go into the story in a minute.
Yeah.
And then, I've got a 84 Porsche 924.
right. So when I was watching your YouTube channel,
Yeah.
you're the first person in my lifetime to refer it as a 924. And then you also say a 944 as well, don't you? And I've always known them, and anyone that's ever mentioned them...
Do you call it a Porsche 911?
No, and this is what I was getting at. So I've always known them, and people have only ever referenced them as a 944 or a 924.
Yeah.
And then when I was watching your thing, it's like, he said 924. I'm like, strange. And then I went down the rabbit hole thinking, but when you say 911, you don't say 911. And I'm like,
You don't say 918, you say 918.
Yeah.
Or you say, you make an incredibly valid point.
Yeah, so well done.
Okay. So, yeah, that was a barn find that was sat in an old boy's garage for 12 years. He parks it up when his wife got poorly because they did all the shows and stuff together in it. And it was a basic bitch. I mean, it still is a basic bitch car.
Is that the Porsche engine or the Audi engine?
Controversial subject.
Yeah.
Technically...
Isn't it a Volkswagen engine?
Technically, it's an Audi block
Yeah.
with a Porsche cylinder head.
Is that like that? Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, the idea was it was meant to be the first Scirocco.
Yeah.
It was meant to be the Scirocco. Porsche were brought in, because Porsche, as they still do it now, Porsche were, at that point in time, they made cars for other people, and that is what they did. The fact is, they used that money to then build their own models and stuff. So, but that was originally going to be the first Scirocco. And so they were able to utilise, but they didn't actually utilise that many components from VW. Yes, you've got the block. You've got the front suspension off of the VW Super Beetle Mark 1 Golf GTI brakes. Other than that, the majority of the stuff is Porsche in-house designed. So the torsion bar, again, a lot of that was tweaked by Porsche to make it decent. And then you look at it again, people say it's a van engine. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The block is a van block, and that produced 60 horsepower. Porsche got 124 out of that same
Impressive,
block.
isn't it?
Then they slap a turbo on it and get 170 horsepower out of
Yeah.
it. But yeah, so I bought that off of eBay. It was one of those drunk purchases, which, I mean...
We've all done it.
We've all done it. We've all gone on eBay when we've had a few too many Sherberts. And yeah, you scrolling through and you think, oh, fuck it, I'll put a bid on that. No one's going to,
Someone's going to outbid me.
Someone's going to beat me. And I was sat there watching it thinking, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. And then I got a phone call from my dad saying, what have you just fucking bought? I'm like, well, we own a Porsche. And he was like, no, you own a Porsche. You own a shitty old VW. And I'm like, no, come on, don't be like that. But yeah, so we got that. And we went well, again, we'll go into that later. And then I've got a Toyota Velfire, which is the family car. So a lot of people don't know what that is.
No,
For those that don't know, it's the Japanese version of a VW Transporter.
Oh, okay.
But the difference being is obviously the Transporter was a van first, and then VW turned them into sort of people carriers. You can't buy the Velfire as a van. It's just a car. So it means you've got a far more luxurious ride. The seats are way more comfortable. The suspension is built to be a people carrier, not a load carrying vehicle. I mean, the two middle seats are lazy boys.
Right.
So table, armrests, bottoms kick up.
Yeah.
And telly drops down, and then you just sit in the back. You've got your own aircon on there, on all sort of 6 corner, you know what I mean? 2 front, 2 back, 2 in the middle.
Have you got like 100 kids then, or?
No, 1 kid.
Oh, right.
To be fair, didn't want one, but I've got my one daughter. She's Elise. She was named after the car.
Nice. Yeah, proper car guy, isn't it?
To be fair, it was funny, a very quick story, but yeah, we was literally sat, and my wife was quite heavily pregnant, and we got 2 boys' names, and we've got 20 girls' names, and we're sat looking at this list of names, and I'm watching Henry Catchpole do his video on the last Elise. And I said to my missus, she's sat in the conservatory watching something else on the telly, and she says, I said to her, what do you think of the name Elise? And she said, are you watching something on in Cars again? And I was like, she goes, yeah, we'll put it on the list, and that was it.
The rest is history.
So she's Elise, but yeah, so
I like that.
Yeah, we got the Velfire just for space and comfort. You know, it's a boat. It is a barge, but it's got a body kit on it. It's on 19-inch splits.
Yeah.
You know, gets a solid 24 to the gallon, which is awful when you're doing.
Still better than mine.
Never sold in the UK, presumably.
No, never sold in the UK. So Japanese and it was Asian market only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of I can't remember which one they are. It's a Nissan
El Grand.
Yeah.
That's it. You see some of them around, and they literally stop me in my tracks.
Someone's got one around the corner from
Yeah,
me. That's the one with a big chrome grille at the front, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
they're-
be. Yeah.
Fucking
absolutely,
wicked.
Yeah, so we looked at one of those, and then because that's based on a van.
Yeah.
And so obviously, again, it's a van suspension,
Yeah,
van
yeah,
chassis.
yeah.
And somebody, you know, I went and test drove them both, and he said, right now, because I wanted an El Grand. And he said, go and drive the Velfire. I was like, I'm not really that bothered. He said, go and drive it. Just
Night and day.
Oh, night and day. So smooth. Both got CVT boxes. You ain't going to win any races. It's got it's 180 brake. It does, you know. And again, got the wife, the dog, and the kid in it. So you know, 70, 80 mile an hour is more than enough in it. So, but yeah, Velfire's a cool car.
Is the Mini modified at all?
Oh, massively, yeah. Well, I say massively. The Mini, so it's got a 17% reduction pulley on it, stainless exhaust, polybush suspension. Took the alloys off and went to 15 steels.
Okay.
Massive 15 steels. We have an ongoing joke.
Yeah, massive 15s.
So the reason I did that though was because the 17s are such a crashy ride, and for it to be my daily around town, I mean, anybody that's driven through Leighton Buzzard knows the roads are appalling.
Yeah.
It's like Afghanistan. Do you know what I mean? They honestly, they're that shit. The roads around there, it's literally like Afghanistan. And so, yeah, that was part of it. But also, when again in my video, you'll see the weight difference. I think the steels were 11 kilos with tyre. The alloys were 21 kilos with tyre.
Oh, really? Okay.
So you're talking like a 50% reduction in unsprung weight.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing will spin in sixth now.
Super.
So as the old butt dyno, I reckon 210 brake. And
I don't know, I like that.
Mate,
I like it.
I've never had a car that would do a burnout like it. It would
Really?
shred tyres. Because when the supercharger's on like full chat, it just, yeah. I mean, it's in the wet, it's horrible. Like I say, when we took it around Wales recently, yeah, you try and put the power down in the corner and you're in a ditch. Because it's just, like I say, it must have been mapped. It's got to have been mapped before I got it, because the power on it is, it's never 167 horsepower. Is it?
I really want one.
The supercharger, you want everything.
Yeah, no.
You're going to change his mind.
I'll change my mind by the end of this podcast.
Honestly, get one.
No, I do.
Because like at the minute, especially on the owners' clubs, you can pick them up for like 800 quid.
Yeah, I know.
You know, if you don't mind a bit of work, and you will work on them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like I got mine for £100, and those who can't hear, I'm inverted. You know, £100. Here, those who can't see. Yeah, so those that can't see in here, you know, inverted. I got it for 100 quid, and basically, I bought the UK's cheapest Golf GTI, did all the work on it, made a YouTube series on it, and then I actually, for whatever reason, just decided I wanted an R53. I was like, I want an R53 Mini, and from a mechanic's perspective, they're shit. They're horrible to work
Everybody's,
on.
yeah.
They relentlessly break. They're just shit cars, but they're really fun to drive. Even like a basic bitch Cooper 120 brake, they're really fun.
Yeah, it's like a go-kart, isn't it?
It is.
It's like
It is.
Anne's was like that.
So we had. So I put it up on the Mini Owners Club and said, anybody who's got a family that's maybe looking for a bigger car, because I had a 5-door GTI Mark V, which actually, to be fair, I loved that car. That was a good car. And I said, I'm looking for something sort of unmodified, because obviously I want to do it for the videos and the channel and stuff. And this guy put his hand up and said, I've got a black-eyed purple one, and that's like the most uncommon colour. It's also the nicest colour. And he was like, yeah, straight swap it. And I was like, yeah, 100%. So he drives down 2.5 hours to my work, because I've got, I'm struggling for time. I said, feel free to come down to work, and then if you want, you can see the car on the ramp and stuff, and we'll get them up and you can have a look. And he gets to me, and lift up the bonnet and then dip the oil, and there's no oil in it. And I'm like, oh, good. And I said, and then he said, Google it. It's a real common thing. They're a pain in the arse to dip the oil on. Googled it. Yeah, loads of rakes of articles about how they're a pain in the arse to dip the oil on. Check the coolant. It's full of oil. And it's fresh.
Right.
It's not emulsified. It is engine fresh.
It happened
oil.
on the way to you, yeah.
It happened on the way there. And I said to the guy, I was like, mate, and he'd already road tested the Golf. He'd been up the road in it, loved it. He's brought his son. He didn't want to. And I was like, I'm really sorry, mate, but I can't. And he's like, what am I going to do? And I'm like, it's not really my problem. Like, with all due respect, it's like, I was doing a swap for a Mini that had a bit of paint issues, which turned out to be a lot of paint issues. And he said, well, what about if I buy the Golf off you and use the Mini as a deposit? And I'm like, don't know, because again, this could be head gasket. It could be the.
Was you not thinking YouTube channel at the time, or?
Yeah.
No, you was, yeah.
Yeah, I was, but I'm also thinking I want something that's a sort of fairly quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Because if it's head gasket, it's not a 5-minute job. It ain't a quick repair. It's quite a few videos, and people aren't interested in a head gasket on a Mini because there's probably 50,000.
Everyone's got one.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, and he says to me, he goes, well, what about if I give you... He said, would you value the Golf at? And I said, two grand. That's what I value the Golf at. And he said, what about if I give you 1,500 quid and you can have the Mini? And I was like, I still don't want to get involved, mate. Anyway, long and short of it, I spoke to my mate Callum, who was with me, and he said, what do you want to do? I was like, I want it, but I can't be bothered. And he said, well, let's just have a chat with him. And anyway, and the guy had come back and he just said, the Mini at £1,900. I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
So I got it for 100 quid.
Fair play.
And it's been a riot. It has cost me fuck all. Like, so it now looks like a van. So
Okay.
I've had the rear windows painted. They're not,
I did see this.
they're not wrapped. It's actually painted, and it's painted in the same colour as the roof and the stripes and the bonnet vent and stuff. And it's got my YouTube logo on the side of it. And so we had the white, the steels, and I've done them white as well. So it looks kind of like an old van essentially. But it just goes like the clappers.
Fair play.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah, it's good fun.
So tell us what your first car was.
Punto. I had a Punto Mark 1 and it was a 55, so it was as basic as it got.
Oh, wow.
It was fucking
Not
awful.
even a GT.
Oh, mate, I'd love a Punto GT now.
I'd love a Punto GT
Give me
now.
a Punto GT now, 100%. But this thing was the biggest bag of shit. Spent most of his life running on 3 cylinders. I remember asking my mum, saying, Mum, can you buy some parts for me? And I want to spank the money at the pub. So he carried on spending most of his life. Sorry, Mum. He spent most of his life still running on 3 cylinders. So,
Brilliant.
yeah, that was a special car. I wanted to call it Mort because its number plate was P171MOR. And then my wife was like, Mort is French for death. Probably best not to call it.
I wouldn't do that. Punto 55. But you never see a Punto on the road anymore.
No. So there's a good reason for that.
There is a very good reason. They've all rusted.
They've rusted and just fallen apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, really?
And they are shit.
Yeah.
They're not nice to drive. They're noisy. They're unreliable. There's no creature comforts at all. I mean, my missus got a Punto 60 as her first car, but that had remote central locking, electric windows, air conditioning, because hers was like the last of the Mark 1s, whereas mine was just like, well, mine was a 96, so I think I was probably about the start of them. So she had like the very last one, it came with all the toys, and mine was the basic bits.
Yeah, this was the run-out version. Yours was the run-in, where it came with absolutely nothing.
Exactly that, yeah.
The thing is, though, it's very rare you get a nice car as a first car, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, these young kids now
I
seem
did.
to be
Oh, mate.
quite, yeah, but he was silver spoon boy.
Yeah.
I was literally about to say, is his mummy's purse strings? Or
Yeah, it was mummy and daddy's. I got a Fiesta XR2 as a first car.
And
Mark
again,
II.
you're showing your age as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I mean, XR2 is a cool car. It's a great first car.
Yeah.
My second car was a Fiesta Z-Tech S.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that was it was a 2000s.
Yeah.
In the Ford Performance Blue, and I adored that car.
Great looking car.
Yeah.
I think proportionally with that Fiesta, they got everything absolutely spot bollock on.
Great fun car as well.
But a good thing with it as well, I don't think they've lost that with Fiestas going forward. And I'll say, my eldest daughter's, I'll be punching. My eldest daughter's boyfriend has got the EcoBoost at the minute.
Oh, unfortunate.
Unfortunate for the engine and the wet belt and all
belt,
that.
yeah.
But it's just a fucking good looking car.
Yeah.
It's a really good
It is a shame
looking
Ford
car.
fucked themselves up big time with that.
Yeah.
And then from a garage perspective, we don't even touch wet belt. Or when we do all wet belts except from EcoBoosts.
Yeah.
Because they're so shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just...
The thing is, they made a massive ball up really because they put them in everything, haven't they?
Yeah.
Rangers, transits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Rangers and Transits run a different style, so they're far more serviceable and they're a lot less likely, but they do still.
They still go, don't they?
And the most common way to find out is when your brakes start to fade.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
the
somebody was
vacuum pump
explaining
gets vacuum pump gets blocked up from disintegrated belt, and then you go to put your foot on the brake and you've got nothing there.
How bizarre.
That's when you're better off just driving into the car in front of you and writing it off.
Absolutely, yeah,
Save
because
yourself
the
a
different.
fortune.
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to cost you 3 bags to put it right. So
Good God. Well, let's get on to, instead of that.
How many cars have you got?
Yeah, tell us your car history.
I'm going to put it in the 40s.
Okay.
I think I've had about 40-ish cars. I've had everything. I mean, my first car with the Punto, and then I had the
Punto.
Fiesta, which I adored. And I, back in the days when vinyls were like a real new thing, I liveried it up with a Monster livery.
Okay.
And I actually got pulled over by a Monster rep. And I thought, oh God, they're going to do me, because all of this stuff was on
Copyright.
eBay, copyright. Guy was over the moon, throwed me loads of free merch, loads of stickers, loads of drinks
Brilliant.
and stuff, took pictures of the car, and I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
After that, back when fuel was £2 a litre, I had an RX-8, which I loved it, and I regret selling that car big time. Miss it massively. But yeah, £2 a litre.
Did you find it reliable?
I never had a problem with it.
Yeah.
Never had a problem with it because I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not to say that those that have them don't, but it's more I'd done my research and knew that you've got to put a bit of two-stroke in with the fuel and, keep your oil level topped up and stuff, and it'll be fine.
I think they got a bad rap, them RX-8s. I had a couple of mates with them, and they were awesome cars. Just the noise they made, and it was just the linear torque curve that they had.
Yeah.
I think he put his foot down in second, and it felt like you were in second for 10 minutes.
Probably were.
Yeah, it was just such a linear torque. And you look down at the speedo when you're doing illegals. It was mental.
Yeah. So I've had that, and then I picked up I've had some shit around, but then I had a Celica. So it was an ST202, so the same shape as the last GT4 shape.
Yeah.
All right.
But the ST202 was a proper Gran Turismo car, so it was a Japanese import. So it came with the multi-link suspension at the front, which cost me a fortune to get redone. I had to post all the arms off to Poland because the genuine Toyota ones were like £800 an arm, and it has 6 arms.
Oh, wow.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so I had to post them off, and the guy, really nice guy, powder coated them, put new ball joints in them, and polybushed them, and sent them back, and that was €400.
It's all right,
So it's like a fucking result.
Nice.
Fucked up the crush tubes when I put them back in, because I didn't realise you can only do a crush tube once. So I put it in and then realised it weren't quite right, and then went to do it, and it was like, no, too late, fuck that up. But yeah, so that was a really cool car. That got featured in Redline. Was it Redline or maybe Japanese Performance Magazine, something like that. It was in the reader's wife section at the back. And, there was I got a full page spread on it, and it was really cool because I didn't realise what I'd bought at the time. And basically we had Yeah, Japanese import. And when
Was it the Japanese Mac Banzai? Do you remember
Banzai?
that?
It was Banzai.
Was it Banzai?
It was Banzai.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Banzai. You're absolutely
You're the
right.
biggest nerd I know.
I know,
when it comes
I
to
love
cars.
it.
Yeah, but no, it was Banzai. It was.
I never had a Jap car, but I never had a Jap car, but I always used to buy every car magazine going. Banzai, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it
I
was
imagine
Banzai.
you
did. Yeah.
They sent me out a T-shirt and a free copy of the magazine, which was really cool. And obviously, I went and bought every copy on the shelf. And I've still got a copy of it now.
Ask your mates, have you seen my car? No, there's no copies left.
But yeah, that was a really cool car. I mean, I've had a few Civic Type R's, I've had EP3s, I've had an FN. Anybody that wants a Civic Type R, just get the FN. Yes, the EP is great if it's a track car, but if you're looking for something that's fast, fun, daily duties, get the FN because it's so much more comfortable. You know, the EP at the time was a trendsetter. It was a fantastic car, and it's a tiny bit quicker. But you're still getting that 9,000 RPM. It's still a great fun car.
Yeah.
But yeah, get the FN, definitely. I've had a Mazda 6 MPS.
Nice.
Yeah, that was...
Somebody had one of them the other day, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, you were talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, good car.
Yeah, mine was on about 360 brake on hybrid turbos. That was quick.
Yeah.
It couldn't turn a corner for love of the money.
No.
Even though it was full drive, it could not turn a corner. And you couldn't accelerate hard out of a corner either because it would just go where it wanted to.
Just good in straight lines then.
Yeah, but it was flipping quick in a straight line. Really quick in a straight line, that was.
Really underrated car. I
Yeah,
thought.
definitely.
Yeah, the MPS rate, really underrated.
Yeah, I mean, they've got their foibles. I mean, they share the same engine block with the Ford EcoBoost, the 2.3 EcoBoost.
Yeah.
So the latter STs and stuff. So same engine block, and obviously Mazda did their own header and stuff on it. But yeah, really underrated cars. Nicely built. I mean, it was nice inside and stuff, but they just rot. And that was what sort of killed mine off in the end. I sold it off cheap just because I bought it in Wales, and that should have been the first sign. Don't ever buy a car that's near the coast.
I bought 2 cars from Wales, and both of them weren't very good.
And they
Which ones
were.
they?
The Range Rover, I had nothing but hassle with that Range Rover.
I mean, that's not because it was from Wales.
Green
It's
one.
because it's a Range Rover.
Was that from Wales?
Me and Em.
I didn't come with you for that, did I?
Me and Em went.
No.
and got that one.
Oh, well, yeah.
No, me and Dean went.
Yeah. And the second one was?
The Mercedes. But that was a good car. Yeah, no, tell a lie, that was a good car.
What Mercedes?
E190.
Nice.
Loved it. It was
It was lovely. It was
a sports line. So it looked like a Cosworth, but it didn't have the Cosworth engine. Everything else was the same. And it was low, like proper low.
It was probably my favourite car as what he's had. It was as low as a slug's belly. It had
Massive,
the AMG. They're like the really fat 5-spokes, but they had a very
Monoblock slabs.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, they're the ones.
My mate James has got a Mark II Granada
Oh, nice.
estate V6 running Merc monoblock slabs.
Really?
It looks the tits.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's just done a load of engine work as well. He's just put lumpy cams in it, custom exhaust, new intake, port polished heads and big valves and stuff. And but it's just the exterior is nearly stock. It's just lowered on a set of AMG.
That's all it needs, isn't
Lovely.
it?
It looks fantastic.
Because I'm
Really
sure
does.
a Granada did a very smaller version of like that monoblock
Yeah,
themselves.
they did.
Okay, well, back to your cars?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what I've had. I mean, what have I had recently? Obviously, the Golf GTI was really cool. The Porsche. So the Porsche is kind of a cool story with that one. Like I say, that was bought sight unseen off of eBay, and then
So what did you pay for that, by the way?
£1,484.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Decent.
Yeah, I mean, I never wanted a 924. I always wanted a 944.
Yeah, I had a 944.
You know, always wanted a 944 because I loved the boxy looks.
Oh,
of
sorry.
it.
Corrected.
You stand corrected.
We had a conversation about this. Yeah.
But always wanted one. Didn't even know what a 924 was at the time. Ended up buying it and then fell in love with it. So it's had. I've spent more time and money on that car than any other car I've owned. In terms of modifying it and what I'd done to the car, you know, next weekend I'm fitting a supercharger to it.
Oh, wow.
So it will hopefully be the UK's first supercharged EFI 924. So full fuel management. So it's got an ECU.
Yeah.
It's got boost control. It will have modern injection system. So got Jetronics all gone. All the old Bosch systems gone. Moved to modern injection system.
Oh wow.
So I'll be able to do fault code reading, and I'll be able to have a little tablet or whatever in the car to do so I can have gauges and stuff.
Yeah, because I gather you're trying to make that sort of like a modern
resto mod.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I'm doing. And the videos are the series that I'm doing at the minute, or have been doing over the last sort of couple of years, is trying to build the sort of best resto mod 924 out there.
Fair play.
So like
you changed all the LEDs and did you manage to get the LED lights at the front? Because they look sick.
They did look sick. They're actually in my dad's 1965 Sunbeam Alpine now.
Oh, are they? I did see that from the video.
He's done a full LED conversion on that now. So he's wired it all in. My dad's an auto electrician.
Yeah.
And he's done
that comes in handy, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah. But yeah, he's done a full conversion now. So all of the lighting on his 66 Sunbeam Alpine is all LED. And that's really cool.
If you can work out a way to do that, you need to do it on that Porsche.
So I've done it.
Oh, you have?
I have.
Oh, wow.
So the fix for the indicators was I bought a relay that literally had a little knob on it.
Yeah.
It's not the only little knob in the car, but it's got a little knob on it that you twist, and it basically sets the speed. So it changes the resistance within the relay, and it sets the speed that your indicators flash at.
Right.
So I just got my mate he's got a Mark II GTI, got him to flick his hazards on and just matched it to that. Cool. The headlamps.
That's clever way to do
it. The headlamps I did bulb conversion in the end, so I kept the factory headlamps themselves, but changed the bulbs for LED inserts.
Okay.
And another reason I wanted to do that was purely for the fact that the amount of drain that you put those halogens, one, you can't touch them. They are scalding hot.
Are they?
Yeah, mate.
Oh, right.
So when they were on, if you went on a drive and you put your hand on that glass, your skin would just stick to it. They were horrible. So by changing over to the HIDs, the amount of draw and the heat coming off them is irrelevant now.
Yeah.
So by changing all the dash bulbs and all the all of the bulbs and stuff, it means that the alternator's not working its arse off anymore.
You can see on your video, it's got like the battery
volt meter.
And it's like turn your indicators on, and it's like ticking with the indicators, isn't it? Yeah.
And by doing that now, you still does, but it's
not as much.
Barely anything. It's literally not even the width of a needle. It's a tiny amount now. You just see a little flutter.
Oh wow!
And so by doing stuff like that, I went round and I've done all the seals on it, every single seal, and I've actually doubled up in places to make it a quieter, nicer place to be. I did the sunroof seal on it. One, I wondered why it was pissing in water every time it rained, and two, there was such a loud wind noise, and it's because the sunroof seal had just disintegrated. There was nothing left of it.
I think was it 84, 85?
84, yeah.
Yeah. So
it's just 40
years old, isn't it?
40 years old.
Yeah, exactly. Which also means I can get the have to pay tax
exempt.
anymore. Yeah. So, what else have we had?
Are you going to change anything else with the Porsche?
Yeah.
Seats and
steering
wheels?
Seats. Steering wheel's already done. It's got a Momo Prototipo, which is like the Porsche wheel. If you haven't got that on your Porsche, then don't change it, sort of thing. So I've got a Momo Prototype. That was the first ever expensive thing I probably bought for a car.
Yeah.
And the wheel and the hub was £400. And for something so unnecessary and insignificant to me, it was a lot of money. And long story short, I grew up in a single income household, so I've always been uncomfortable around a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So people that are flashing, and spending 3 or 4 bags on a set of wheels or whatever, and they're, got their lovely BBS LMs or some nice splits or something. I'd never even dreamed that, because it was so far out of the realms of what I could afford. So when I bought that steering wheel, it was like I felt uncomfortable, and I spent 400 quid on something that could go to paying bills and stuff. But luckily, me and my dad had sold a few sort of cars from work and whatever. But yeah, I want to change out the seats. I've been looking at Boxster seats because they give it that little bit more of a modern feel while still retaining. But also maybe Mark 1 TT seats.
Okay.
Nice.
Because they look kind of 80s.
Get the baseball leather.
Baseball leather, that's what I was about to say that, yeah.
I don't know if I could do that. I don't know.
I don't think it would necessarily suit the Porsche.
They're too bloody expensive as well.
Yeah,
they're
very
way too
sought
much
after.
money.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
One of the things, because I get a lot of emails and stuff for people that want promotion and they want to send you stuff, and I'm just waiting for the right one to come through, but
Recaro for a couple of pole positions.
That would be fantastic. Recaro, if you're listening, please. I need seats.
Yeah, these seats here are really uncomfortable as well. So.
Some office chairs would be wonderful. But what I want to do next is rear view mirror. Have you seen the ones that have got Android Auto built into them? And they've got the sat nav. They've got so have it so it looks like a stock mirror, and then at the touch of a button I can do my music and everything. So I've got a Blaupunk Bluetooth unit in it, so I can just set it up to talk to each other, and that would be really cool. Because again, you add in that ultra modern, having sat nav in the windscreen, so you can see it all the time. But when you're not using it, it's
not spoiling the aesthetics of the car either.
Exactly that. So
I like shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've got in my YouTube pot. I only use the money that I've had from selling cars or from YouTube to pay for the mods and stuff, and a Zender. It's a Zender rep because obviously Zender don't do them anymore.
No.
A Zender front end for it.
Wow.
So that should hopefully look really, really cool.
I haven't heard that name Zender in 20 years.
So a Zender front end, and then the back end, I just want to put 924 turbo rear spats on it. So because the 24, it was weird how they did them. They had like these molded spats, and they were mud guards, but it made the back end flare a bit. So instead of being really round, it gave it that sort of straight, just a little bit more of an aggressive look to the back end. And then I would like to put a the 44 rear wing on it. Because it's the same aesthetics, just larger. It's a bit longer. It's a bit higher, and again, I just feel like that would just complement it nicely.
Because when I had mine, I always wanted to try and get mine fiberglassed over because I don't like the sponge. I wanted to get the spoiler fiberglassed over and then have it all painted the same colour as the car.
So you want a 968 spoiler?
Yes. Yeah.
They look. 968 is like.
Club Sport,
100%. In purple, Amaraf purple.
I saw a blue one the other day. The yellow one was always my.
I've got a friend that's got a yellow
Watemobile.
one.
But there was a blue one. But the thing about the Club Sport, the body match the wheels. So you get yellow on yellow. It looks fucking amazing.
It does.
Right. But there was it was like baby blue. It was almost that blue.
Yeah, it's
blue
like, a sky blue colour.
Yeah, it was stunning.
And then the Club Sport written down the side in white, and it just looks the tits.
Yeah,
but
awesome.
Like a 968 Club Sport, please. Because they came with pole positions.
Yeah.
And something like that would be lovely. But so the 924, loads of stuff to go on it still. But I just want to make it the best it can be, and probably hopefully the best in the country, you know, and going for the supercharger route and having that EFI and being able to control it all and being able to settle the fuel in and everything off of a laptop. I can't wait. You know,
you'll have to do a video where you've got your laptop there and you've got to have danger to manifold.
100%.
Flash it up.
To be fair, my Golf GTI, it was 175,000 miles and I got it mapped at 175k. And I just said, let's just turn it up. Let's just go for it. Because if it goes pop, because I only paid 700 quid for the car.
Yeah.
Like if it goes pop, it goes pop. And the thumbnail is me holding a laptop with danger to manifold.
Oh, superb. I love it. Absolutely love it. So what supercharger's going on here?
Funnily enough, R53 mini supercharger.
I did wonder. Yeah.
That originally, because I kind of wanted a shitter so that it could be the, you know, have a bit of fun in it, blow it up, take the supercharger off, and then I was like,
easily replaceable. I just had visions of a 3 litre Whipple sticking out of the bonnet.
No, so it takes the horsepower to about 170. It's nothing
not
major.
1,070.
No, like 170 horsepower. But when you have a car that originally had 120, to take it to 170,
it's enough. Yeah.
And the fact that you get full power from $2,000 to 6, as opposed to 4,600.
Yeah.
It becomes a far more usable, and the 0 to 60 goes from 9 down to 6.
Equally sufficient. Yeah. But you think that's almost a 50 horsepower game from
it is
a relatively compact supercharger?
I mean, my missus told me I was an idiot, but like she said, it's your money, do what you want, and it was €3,500 for the kit. But that converted into 2,924 in pound sterling.
Okay,
it's like, it's a sign.
924
is a sign. I've got to do it. So I sent a random Romanian guy €3,500 and waited for bits to turn up.
Superb.
And to be fair, I mean, the guy's done 100 of the EFI kits and the supercharger kits. So I'm excited to get it on, and very noisy.
Good.
Yeah, looking forward to that. So
you've said your dad's an auto electrician. Is this where the love of cars came from?
So my birth father, he's an estranged bloke, and we don't talk about him.
Okay.
But he was my stepdad's. My dad is my stepdad's apprentice, or other way around.
Okay.
So we're all a bit close. But so my
hiding the 6th finger.
just fold that one back in. No, my birth father was quite into cars.
Okay.
Like the coolest thing he ever did was Le Mans '88 when the Silk Cut Jag won.
Yeah.
He ran onto track with a Jaguar flag and a Union flag, and he stood at the start finish line with the flags in his hands, waving them back and forth.
Outstanding.
And like that's the only cool thing other than producing me, obviously.
Naturally.
I'm glad you got that in.
Yeah, but other than that, he's done nothing cool with his life. But my stepdad, being an auto electrician, yeah, he's not really that into cars. But when I got the 924, he just said to me, I need to have a project car now.
Yeah.
And so that's where the Sunbeam came in. And so he's been working on that, and we just got it all done. First time I built a set of carbs. I've never done carbs before, because when I started in the automotive trade, it was single point, multi-point injection.
Yeah.
So, we got it all built up, ran it up the other day, cracking the engine block. So the engine's got to come out. So it's been 18 months of getting that car on the road. But yeah, he's not really that into cars. He loves his Jags, and he finally bought himself a Jag this year. He's got a beautiful XJ, purple one, all singing, all dancing. But no, the love for cars was my birth father. He was very much into brick touring cars, like Cleland, things like that. I mean, to me, that's golden era.
The best era.
Mate, Mansell, Nadell, anybody like that. That era of touring cars is peak.
I mean, Mansell was only in it for a very short period of time, but he literally came in, fucked shit up, and left.
Mate, but he did it in the best way.
Yeah.
And it's that era, that like mid '90s era of touring cars, and I remember going to touring cars with I'll call him, he's Nigel, but I went with Nigel, my birth dad, and I went to touring cars with him, and I mean, I think the moment for me, 2001, Fast and Furious has come out. We've got NTL, as you do, and my uncle's come down, and my dad and uncle are picking a film to watch, and they picked the Fast and Furious. It's obviously just come out. And Mum's like, you can watch a bit of it, and then you're off to bed. And Nigel, we sat down with my uncle, and it was like, this is the best thing in the whole world. And then Mum's like, right, you up to bed. Mum goes up to bed as well, and then Nigel comes and gets me and brings me back downstairs to finish watching the film.
Oh, wicked.
And
Rightly done.
And so that was where the love for cars came from. And then I think because you hired it, obviously for like a 48-hour period.
Like blockbuster type thing.
Yeah, like obviously it's digital, not streaming.
Okay. Love film, isn't it?
Yeah, no, this was
NTL.
NTL, so it's down the old telephone line.
Oh, wow.
We showed our age again. Blockbuster.
I worked at Blockbuster.
Did you?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Worst paid, best job I've ever had. So it was that. And I think I watched it about 4 times over that period of time.
It's got a lot to answer for, isn't it, Fast and Furious?
It really has.
Oh, mate.
It costs a lot of people a lot of money.
It really did. It really did. But it's, I mean, past number 3, I don't give a shit.
No.
Like, 1 and 2, peak. 3, good.
And then they went into space and fucked everything up. Really.
I mean, come on. And they keep saying, we're going to go back to its roots. So let's just see some street racing.
How can you go to space and then go back to stealing car stereos?
Yeah, how can you steal a safe out of a fucking police station? And
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, let's
So,
not.
out of all the cars that you've had, what car do you wish you still had?
The RX-8, mainly because I just loved the way, like you said earlier, the linear power of them, and just being able to rev it out, and it loved it.
Yeah.
You could beat on that all day long. And you just didn't have an issue with it. I'd like to have had more time with the Mazda 6 MPS, because before that went, I did a load of work on it, and then the turbos went tits up, went hybrid, but waited ages for it to be done. And by the time I got them back, I'd lost all love for the car.
Yeah.
Just got it done, got it on the road, and just fucked it off, and that was the end of that. Would have been cool to have had that old school Celica for a bit more time. Again, I had that for a couple of years, and I dailied that. It was really good on fuel. But yeah, probably the RX-8 and the Celica. Maybe I just recently sold. I had an MRS, Toyota MR2 Mark III.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that was the first car that I really, again, started putting some time and effort into. And that was bone stock when I got it. And I did the hard top, I did full body kit, wheels, suspension, some engine mods on that, interior mods as well. And again, I loved that. And I built it to look like Techno Pro Spirits race car. So you know Techno Pro Spirits?
Yeah, I've briefly seen it.
Yeah, so it got teal, very much like the colour of your logo, side skirts, front lip, rear lip, all that colour, and then the rest of it was silver, and I built it to look like their car.
Oh, nice.
Really, really small garage in Japan, but they absolutely, in your words, they fuck shit up. They go onto the tow gate and do the professional tow gate. They'll be beating M3s, they'll be beating 911s
really?
and stuff because the car's like 800 kilos with 250 horsepower, and it was a great car. I mean, obviously, mine was an import as well, which was meant that you got a short final drive and you had a different gear ratios entirely, so 0 to 60 was substantially quicker than a British car, but it also meant that when you're doing 70 you're at like $4,000.
Yeah.
So but yeah, that was a cool car as well. I wish I hadn't got rid of that, but again, needs must, and you get bored and you move on to the next thing. So
that's a good question. So what would you get next?
Finances are
Oh no, we'll get onto that. This is what have you got in your, what's in your eye shop?
996.
Nice.
No, nice. Yeah.
That's next.
Okay.
Yeah, and next is a 996.
That's the same as Matt's one.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's the. I mean, for me, it's the cut. You know, obviously you're old, so
Yeah.
you probably had a Countach on your wall, yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did. I had a Countach and
My dad had one in
Countach.
Yeah.
Countach.
Yeah.
What else did I have? I had a Testarossa.
Yeah.
I think I had fucking Bandit Trans Am on my wall as well.
Yeah, so I've never seen Smoking the Bandit, sorry.
Haven't you?
Yeah, sorry.
The doors just don't.
Yeah, Ross and Luke will kill me for that. I've recently watched Days of Thunder, which I'd never seen. And to be fair,
Please tell me you enjoyed it.
I've loved it. I loved every minute of
They're
it.
about to do a second one. They're in talks about doing
I will enjoy that.
We'll get onto you, but if they mess that up,
They won't.
Yeah,
Tom,
but you say that, but they'll probably have like it'll be Tom Cruise's retarded gay niece that's making a comeback on the scene.
No,
it won't be.
he's in it.
Yeah, he'll be like the granddad. Do you know what I mean, or the dad, or whatever. It's not going to be because everything has to be PC and everything has to be.
To be honest with you, it'll be
inclusive.
like what they did with Top Gun. So he was involved, but there was younger ones doing it.
Yeah.
It'd be very similar to that.
Yeah,
Because it's the same guy directing, I think.
oh, good.
But yeah, what were we saying? Cars, 996.
Yeah,
So for me, the 996 was my poster car.
Yeah.
Because I went to the British Motor Show, 7 years old. The 996 had been released, and I remember going onto the stand and getting given a poster by because obviously at the motor show everything was free.
Yeah.
Nowadays you pay just to get a bit of dust off
It's
of
sad,
a car.
isn't it?
Yeah.
But you used to get so much free shit. And I remember getting a poster of a 996 and it was on my wall for years. Same motor show was the P1, the Impreza P1.
Oh, nice.
And it's mad because Subaru gave you a laminated poster in a cardboard tube, capped on either end. Porsche just a folded up bit of paper. There you go. But they were my poster cars.
Yeah.
So, but I want a 996, and I know people hate the headlamps on them. I love them.
Yeah.
And I know it's decisive.
Yeah, I think they've got a bad rep, but if you like them, you like them.
Yeah.
And I think one of the quickest things you can do is, if I remember rightly, some have had orange reflectors on them.
They
if you
did.
change them to clear, it almost transforms the front of the car as well.
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
it the same headlight as a Boxster? Then?
It is indeed,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
In fact, the Boxster is the same car up until the back of the seats.
Oh, right.
So that whole front end is the identical car.
Yeah.
Up until the seats.
wow.
But behind the seats, obviously, the Boxer's engine is there, whereas the Porsche's got a couple of back seats in it. But yeah, 996 would be my next purchase.
But it's an achievable
This is
target
it. I'm
as
very
well.
much, there's no point in saying, because I've got no interest in things like a GT3, because one, I can never afford it. Two, I couldn't, even if I could, I wouldn't be comfortable spending that money on one. And you're never going to be able to enjoy it. You can't utilise.
You're scared to drive it?
No, I've driven some serious motors.
Not because of the speed, just in case somebody crashes into you or somebody steals it, or
No, not even that. Just, I think
you
flashy as well.
I think you set your goals and you do them within your.
I mean, again, like another dream car for me, Mark 1 Focus RS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an achievable dream.
Yeah.
It's something that 20 grand will get you a nice car.
Yeah.
And it's not something that's, it's not a
One of my pals is selling one. He's had it in his garage for 15 years, maybe.
Yeah.
It's got real low miles on it.
Nice.
But he wants top money for it.
I'm gonna caveat that. Ford Racing Puma.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, cool car. But again, 170 brake, is it worth it?
I think it's worth it because they just look cool.
With
I think they look
larges.
cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they do look really cool.
they command a pretty penny.
But it's why I know there's the exclusivity behind it and having that coolness of that cool car.
Yeah.
But why are we spending that much money on them?
No idea.
Because it ain't worth it.
No.
You know, it's a Fiesta with a go faster engine and some wide arches, and that's it. That's what it is.
That's what somebody said the other day about the Sierra Cosworth, the Sapphire. Like, at the end of the day, it's just a Sierra Sapphire. And I'm like, yeah, but it's so cool. And he's like, yeah, but why? Because it's just a Sierra Sapphire.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
with a cool
got
engine.
that- it's got that
but
name.
it's got something to it.
Yeah, it is cool.
Cosworth.
It is cool. Yeah, 100%. But is it worth the money that they're commanding?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. You think of what you could buy for that money.
I mean, Escort Cosworths go for mortgage, like houses prices now, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
I think, I fell down a Escort Cosworth rabbit hole the other week, and you were talking 50, 60.
Yeah.
Just for a
Grand.
normal...
Up,
Yeah.
You go on Monte Carlo, you're looking 70, 80.
Yeah.
You go Concours, you're looking
100K.
six figures, easy. Yeah.
And then obviously you look at like the £250,000 that people are. Oh, was it? I know it was £500,000, wasn't it, for that RS500? Was
Yeah.
it? Why?
yeah.
£500,000. I could buy 20 cars that are better than that car for that money.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, literally, I could have 20 different individual cars and get a better car all round.
We should do that as a future question. We should give you a budget and say like,
Well, this is
You
it.
can have one of those.
yeah, or we found this car and it's like £500,000.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid that you buy a Sierra for £500,000.
Yeah.
What would you buy instead?
Yeah, exactly that.
You
Yeah.
could buy a lot of cars.
You
couldn't
could. You could buy some serious. I mean, you could get yourself a 996 Turbo, which is like dream car.
Yeah.
And still have 450, 460, grand spare to buy a house and another 2-3 cool cars.
Absolutely.
So why would you buy that?
So I'm going to lead on to another question now. Money no object. What's your 5-car dream garage?
Yeah, so I did-
and it can be anything you want.
Yeah, I did think about this. I mean, there's not going to be anything too flashy in there. It'll be a Mark IV Supra, going back to the Fast and Furious. It will be a Mark IV Supra. It will probably be a Nismo 400R R33 GTR. I'd probably get a 454 Chevelle SS.
Yeah.
Yeah, so serious muscle.
Yeah.
As sort of as yank as it comes.
Yeah.
That's a mega motor.
Just with some really...
Like Stony, are they?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Really?
There is a couple of local ones, and they are next
Just
level.
put some really lumpy cams in it and a straight through exhaust.
Oh mate, you don't even need to do that. Just, I mean, a 454. So I think it's 8 litres.
Something like that,
8 litre V8. 355 Spider.
Nice.
Or maybe I think I'd probably go for the Berlinetta over the Spider.
Yeah.
But 355, best looking Ferrari ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
I
my
tend to
opinion.
agree with that, yeah.
And then probably something like a Land Cruiser.
Okay.
Nice.
Because I still need to tote the family about, and there's no way I'm taking my daughter. I'll take the dog in the Ferrari, but the daughter's not going in the Ferrari.
No, it's funny you should say that, because I've found this quite a lot when we've asked this question. I think the expectations that we had when we started this podcast is people are going, I'll have Lambos, I'll have Ferraris, I'll have an Enzo or a Chiron or a fucking this and this. But the vast majority of people who've gone, money no object, I'm going to buy the cars I want.
Yeah.
Rather than,
Yeah.
dare I say it, the status symbol cars,
Yeah.
the ones that go around Knightsbridge at 9 miles an hour. And do you know what I mean? It's the taste that people's own dream cars are coming out.
Yeah.
I find it really refreshing that you've said, like, you've got a bit Jap,
Yeah.
you've gone American muscle,
Yeah.
and you've got a Land Cruiser.
I mean, a Land Cruiser, and it would be a modern one, but that's
Yeah.
still a 6-figure car now.
yeah, it is.
A new Land Cruiser is 6 figures, but it's going to be the car that survives an apocalypse, and it's going to be comfortable,
And it's not a Range Rover.
and it's not a Range Rover. I love Range Rovers. I've driven loads of them. I've driven 100 grand Range Rovers that come into work and they've fallen apart.
Yeah.
But then I've driven, not just drop it in there, but I've driven things like an Enzo, F50, F40, and you're just terrified,
Yeah.
absolutely petrified.
What's an F50 like?
More refined than the 40. I'd have a 50 over a 40.
Would you?
There was a lot less F50s made over 40s. 40 is, like you say, it's the poster car.
Yeah.
It's a cool one. The looks are amazing. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's got no creature comforts at all. I mean, the one that I've been in was air conditioned, and that's what it come into work for. Yeah, amazing cars. Absolutely love them.
I think the F50 is such a beautiful car.
It's stunning.
Yeah.
The back end is so understated. That lovely black trim in the back that have got the lights countersunk into it, and then just that silver prancing horse in the back of that trim. It just looks next level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, like you say, having any all the money in the world, I'm still probably not going to buy one.
Yeah.
Because there's things that I'd rather buy, because I wouldn't be scared to take a Supra out, because while somebody's going to go, oh, cool, it's a Supra, is it that special? Probably not. So I'm not too worried about somebody stealing in it. Whereas if you take a McLaren out, somebody's going to walk up to it with a laptop and it's gone.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to slightly disagree with it. I think a Supra will command more attention these days.
But from people like us, though.
Yeah, from the right right people.
Yeah.
You're not going to go nick anything.
No, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I only say this because I've been guilty of fanboying a Supra when I was out with my wife years ago, and this Supra drove past with a loud exhaust.
I'm going to put
Wow.
full rag in that bit.
It had like a Blitz exhaust on it or something like that, but it got my attention, and
But in the right way.
in the right way. I proper felt.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
I do it all the time.
I give them a thumbs
I
up.
do it all the time, and I can't see why people get like so funny about it. If I see a cool car, I always give them the old okay out the window. Yes, mate.
Yeah.
Because I might make that guy's day.
Yeah.
Somebody sees him, and you give him the old and he goes, "Oh, mate, that's good. That makes me feel good."
Yeah.
What did it cost me? The arm movement.
Yeah.
But there's people. Don't do that. I can let him know he's got a cool car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I walk over to him and suck his dick, it's a fucking different story. Do you know what I mean? But like, oh, your car's amazing. It's not what we're interested in.
Yeah.
But to just say that's a cool car, mate.
Yeah, but I think to the right person, the right car on the road commands the right amount of attention.
Yeah, exactly
But
that.
I do a lot of miles for my job. I do some 1,000 miles a week sometimes. But if I see,
I'm lucky if I do that a month.
if I see a McLaren, I'm like, oh, cool, it's a McLaren.
Nice car.
I think I said this on a previous part. I saw a 205 GTI the other day, and I was like,
1600, 1900.
1900,
Okay.
slightly lowered,
Yeah.
aftermarket speed lines on it.
Nice.
But the guy looked like he was having the time of his life.
But that's all that matters.
But then, to me, that stood out more than any other car on the road.
Exactly.
And I was just like, that's fucking mint.
Because money can buy a McLaren, but you've got to work hard to find a decent 205 and make it look that good and keep it running. It's a difference.
Yeah.
Money will buy yourself £1 million car.
Yeah.
And money will maintain a 205, but to find that car and to enjoy it for what it is, it's a big thing.
Absolutely.
And that's part of why we started Cars and Coffee, was because we were going to so many places. It was so toxic.
Yeah.
It was so toxic.
Yeah.
Like I think with the car community, it's so polarizing. It's the most welcoming community, but also probably one of the most toxic communities as well, because you've got those that have got 911s with V8s in them that are very selective over who they want to be with. Whereas at our Cars and Coffee, we had an old boy turn up the other day, one owner from new, he's had it from new, and it was a 96 Corsa.
Okay.
Mint, and I mean factory fresh. Back seats,
Not a GSI or anything like that, just like a 1.2.
5-door, bumpers, immaculate, steels with hubcaps on. But he was proud as punch, because he had kept this car going, and it was still factory fresh, and he was so proud of it. And that's what our Cars and Coffee is about. Is if you're proud of it and you want to stand by it, I want you there.
I think
my first car, Emridge Vauxhall Corsa Merit.
Do you keep it factory fresh?
Nice.
No.
It must be hard to
I was
find
a
something that
shit.
hasn't been molested now.
Yeah, exactly.
There's whether it's changing the wheels or changing the stereo.
Yeah.
But going back to what you said about the car scene or whatever, I think we've said this again before in previous podcasts. When we go to Cafe in the Machine and all that, there's I take great pleasure in listening to the other
I
people.
like what you said about this. Yeah.
When you walk around, like I will go to.
It's not people watching, it's people listening.
Yeah, I will go there and I will appreciate a car for what it is. Like I've said, one of my dream cars is a Pajero Evo.
Cool car.
I adore it, but my mates who I go with, they're like, really? But I appreciate cars in their form. I will not go, oh, the respray's not quite right in it. But there's always the people who will bitch and critique the cars, which is one thing I will never, ever, ever do, because I appreciate the car.
Unless they've got 3D number plates.
Yeah.
Or a 5 Series BMW.
Or a 5 Series BMW with bronze wheels. But no, I think the point is, you make a really valid point that it's the best scene, but it can almost be the most...
Yeah. And this is what I was saying earlier. If you can't spend $4,000 on a set of wheels, you won't fit in with a certain click.
Yeah.
And but then I don't want to. I'm more than happy with the click that I'm in, where money is money is a thing.
Yeah.
People can't just go, yeah, fuck it, let's have that $4,000 set of BBS and slap them on.
Yeah.
Then spend £1,000 on tyres, and then just showboat off a set of wheels. Yeah, it's great. I mean, wheels make a car.
I think a lot of the old VW Edition 38 scene over the last 5-6 years, it literally went, buy a car, air, big wheels, or it was air, rotor forms. Yeah. And virtually every car 5 years ago was air and rotor forms.
Which is a shame, because I love rotor forms.
I think rotor forms are great.
I think it's one of the best new brands of wheel in years. Roties are a great looking wheel.
Yeah, they really are.
So, but yeah, I think, like we said earlier, I think there is scenes within the scene.
Yeah.
And there are, like I said, clicks within the scene.
So do you actually run that Cars and Coffee then?
Yes.
You're on Facebook, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm sure I'm following you.
Yeah.
So do you almost get vetted before you...
correct.
Yeah. You have to sort of ask so many questions,
Make sure
answer
you're not
so
a
many
knob.
questions.
Make sure you're not a knob, but also...
then it's almost like you be respectful.
Yeah.
If you're going to join the group, don't be slagging
absolutely.
people's
I will not tolerate anybody
Yeah.
bad-mouthing somebody else's car because, why haven't you done this or why have you done that? That's not what we're about.
Yeah. No.
You come to my Cars and Coffee, you respect the site because it's my work. You respect the people that run it because they give up their time to do it. We don't charge you anything. The whole point is making it free, making it cost effective. We get probably more people coming on foot than we do cars because people know it ain't going to cost them anything. So we get a lot of kids, we get a lot of youth. It's really well policed, if I do say so myself. We don't, no kids are going to come and stand on your car. But we get a lot of young lads that are doing photography and stuff that come down, take pictures of cars. One of my favourite pictures was taken probably a couple of years ago, and there's a young lad, he's maybe 4 or 5, and he's squatting down and he's looking at an S2000 and pointing at it.
Nice.
It's amazing. The photo's taken from behind. There's a little bit of natural flair on the picture as well, and it's just his kid, he's just pointing at it, and he's squatting down looking at it.
Look, Dad, that's where I scratched it.
Yeah, Daddy, that's where I stood on that car. Yeah, but no, we very much. You could go there and you'll see an Enzo parked next to potentially a Corsa, or next to a Camaro, next to. We have all sorts that come to it. It could be next to James's Granada, or Sam's got a Defender that's got a 6-pot Merc diesel engine in with a truck turbo with an 8-speed BMW auto box.
Wow,
That sounds epic.
Frankenstein.
I mean, Sam's got one leg, so it has to be. He can't have a manual car,
right.
and so he has to have an auto. So he always does the same auto box change because it works so well. So he's got that. Mike's got his R32 GTR, the clay modeler. He's got his GTR. James has got his Granada. Which I adore. When he first got it, because he sold his Escort Mark II, which he did himself, he did it all in his own garage, Vauxhall C20 LE engine in it.
Oh, nice.
Controversial in an Escort. And he did it to piss people off. He did it because he knew by putting a Vauxhall engine in an old school Ford, but he was 220 odd brake horsepower in that.
Yeah.
That thing was quick. And I mean, that was seriously fast. And we got to know James. He's one of my best friends now, and I love him. We got to know James because he won an award at our show, and he just said, I want to be a part of this. And we said 100%, because we asked him what won the award was, did you buy it like this or did you build it? And he showed us pictures of it when he first got it. It was a shitty old shell of a car, and to turn it into what it was, that's what won the show for him.
Fair play.
But yeah, you could be next to, James then replaced it with this Granada, and he got it, and it was just like, what is that? Now we all want that Granada.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It just oozes cool. It's comfortable. It's quick. It sounds the tits.
We'll have to go down and film a little
we should
mobile thing.
It's next Sunday.
Oh, we're already at another show.
Yeah,
So,
we're at Track Nationals.
Second Sunday of each month.
Okay, yeah,
Okay, cool.
But you'd be more than welcome down. Anybody who wants to come down.
Do you accept company cars?
No.
Okay. I'll park mine round the back then.
Also, no electric cars. You will be stopped at the gates.
We could try and go mine, but it might not make it.
We don't judge at Cars and Coffee unless you drive an electric car.
What about a hybrid?
No hybrids. No.
Right, we'll have to get the bus then. Fuck it.
No, I mean, to be fair, bring whatever you like. I mean, and there'll always be a good mix, and there's plenty of off-road parking as well.
Cool.
But if
And out of sight parking for my car.
there's plenty of space down the road. But we always say that if you want to come, get to us 4:10, not 1:45, because I'll send you on your way.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we end up blocking up the estate, and not 1:30 because you won't get in.
How do you get on with people leaving or approaching the venue?
My motto is leave like your nan lives here.
Yeah.
So we always want people to respect the area. Again, it's my work. So I want people to leave respectfully.
Yeah.
We give everybody one warning. So if you do leave like a dick, that's it. That's your luck. That is your chance. If you leave like a dick again, you're not welcome. And we will publicly name and shame you. We will put a picture up of your car saying you left like a prick. You're not welcome anymore.
Yeah. I've been to a few car shows before. They've pulled out the car show and just well spun all about the road, and everybody, you just hear everybody, what fucking idiot, what a dick. No, it impresses absolutely
no one. The only person it impresses
do
is his own penis.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, we're at the point where the relationship I've got with my neighbours is that when we are running out of parking spaces, my neighbour's got a huge driveway, and she'll fit 5 cars, and she'll just say to people, come park on the driveway, and she'll put 5 cars on there. I mean, a couple of months ago, there was a Supra next to a McLaren on her driveway, and the guy whose house it was took a picture and sent it to his mates and was like, yeah, new cars. And they're like, what on earth's happened? And but that's the relationship I've got with my neighbours, and a lot of them walk in because they just want to come and see some cool shit and have a good time for a couple of hours.
Oh, good for you.
So you've probably just answered this next question, but would you own an electric car?
Yes.
Oh, you would? Oh, okay.
I would.
Okay.
We wouldn't take it to your show.
We wouldn't take it to a show.
Wouldn't even take it to my show.
What would you own then?
There's pretty much only one.
Go on.
I'd have a Honda. I'd have the Honda
The little retro
E-City,
one.
yeah.
Very cool.
And I'd have that purely for the fact that my commute is a mile.
Okay.
And I go to and from work, so I go back home on my lunch break and I see my dog let him out. So I do like 4 miles a day.
Yeah.
And also Leighton Buzzard is so congested now. I used to have a little iGo. And that was a great little car. And it was nice and small, compact. You could go down the shops. You didn't have to worry because it was so small.
Yeah.
You didn't mention that in your car list.
I forgot about the iGo. Yes, thanks for that. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, that was a great car. Took 2 dogs and the wife down to the coast in that. That was a great little thing. I literally dropped 1 bar of fuel driving 200 miles.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, my wife hates it because I love hypermiling. I'm either, let's just burn through the fuel because it's in the tank. I'm like, I've got a full tank, wheel spin everywhere. Or I'm, 55 mile an hour sat behind a truck trying to get
hypermiling. It's great.
I love it.
Do that.
So you're watching the miles per gallon thinking, I can get another mile. I know I can get one more. Go on, just one more. You see it going down point by point. So, but yeah, so like a Honda, that would probably be it because they're great looking cars. And I think stick down on a set of T37s.
Oh, yes.
Looks smart, right?
Little bit of those,
yeah.
And that's it. That's all you need to do to that because it already looks good as it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then just that for puttering about the town would be perfect because the bus is big, it's comfortable, but you wouldn't want that to drive around the town in.
I watched a video the other day and the guy who owns Amazon, Bozo,
Jeff
Bezos, Jeff
Right, that's
Bezos,
him.
whatever his name, Bezos.
They're bringing out a car range.
Yes,
to try, and
the pickup truck.
yes,
That's cool,
really cool.
but we won't get it over here.
No, well, unfortunately not because it's really cheap as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like 20
You
grand.
get it on next day delivery.
But the weird thing is you can buy your spares off of Amazon.
Yeah.
And it is a puzzle.
all
It's
3D
modular.
printed, isn't it?
So you can turn it into a 4-seater, so it's factory 2-seater, but you just buy the additional pack and you just
add everything
drop
on.
it on the back, and now
It's
it's got
mad.
2 seats.
How
and
cool is that?
You can make it. Yeah, it's literally a Lego
that's-
car.
yeah.
It's like a mobile IKEA.
Pretty much, and it kind of looks like a bit of a Range Rover type thing, doesn't it?
Well, I was actually thinking it looked a bit more like an old Datsun.
Yes,
Like an old school
yeah,
Datsun.
no, it does, yeah.
Like I say, with that twin, like you can see what you
that
mean now with the
camera.
grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, you can turn it into a 4-seater or a truck or a van.
If that's what you want.
For it. It's really,
And the
really
fact
smart.
is, the base price is about $18,000.
Is that all?
Yeah.
But and there's nothing on the dash. There's nothing apart from steering wheel and your air conditioning. It's even wind up windows.
Yeah.
Everything's an extra. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
To be fair, that is one thing I wish the 924 had is wind-up windows because the electric windows are now a bit of a pain in the arse. but that it's cool though, and it's nice, that simplicity, and also the fact that you can buy a brand new car that is cheap. But that's what I do find about electric cars now. Apart from the fact they are soulless, and they are. There is nothing. There's no personality to any electric cars.
A lot of people say this.
But you know, the fact that they are so cheap as well.
Yeah.
It means that you're getting all these random brands popping up out of nowhere because an electric motor is cheap and sticks some batteries in
So
it. And,
my missus just picked up a new Mini, well, not a new Mini, a 2018 Mini yesterday.
yeah.
And before she bought that, we were looking at, she was looking at getting the electric Mini because they're cheap as chips now.
Yeah. And there's a reason for that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you start looking into it, they've got a battery life of, say, 5 to 8 years, and all these cars are going for about 5 years old and going for next to nothing.
It's like the Taycan,
for a
isn't it?
reason.
Porsche Taycans.
Yeah.
They
Lost so much money.
Yeah, you're looking at a
Insane
car that was
amount.
120 grand for 30 bag, and it's like, wow.
And the Audi as well. That was a nice looking car.
Yeah,
actually.
The e-tron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted a V8 in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
you know.
it needed one, didn't it?
It did.
Not a speaker that sounded like one.
Oh, that's yeah.
That's a horrible thing.
So, do you want water or anything?
I'm okay for the moment.
You sure?
Yeah, for the moment. Thank you.
So, have you had any points? Speeding tickets, points?
I've been so lucky. I've not.
Haven't you?
I have been pulled over.
Squeaky clean?
Well, I've been pulled over several times, but I've never got a ticket.
Brilliant.
I got done doing 70 and a 30 in Milton Keynes, and I was in my wife's Skoda
So
Fabia.
your missus got the points.
Nope. No.
How on earth did you get away with
Got
that?
pulled over by the old Bill. It was silly o'clock on a Saturday night morning, you know, like Saturday.
Yeah.
And he pulled me over and he said, "Do you realise how fast you're going?" I said, "Yeah, about 65." He said, "It's a 30." And I'm like, "What? Like, this is a 30?" I'm like, "No, it ain't." He's like, "I promise you." And he was really sound. Like, I mean, I don't trust the police that much, and the funny thing is the lady who set this up today is a police officer, so no, sorry Lucy, but yeah, I mean, I've never had a good relationship with the police, but he was sound, and he literally was like, "Look, I've got too much to do tonight, it's going to be shit in the centre, just this is a 30, where you are now is a 30 mile an hour zone," and he let me go.
Oh, wicked.
Oh mate, I drove home like shaking. But yeah, I mean, I've been pulled over a couple of times, but never been done. I mean, I was coming off of Milton Keynes. I was in Mexico, and I was doing about 140 in my EP3.
You was in Mexico. You almost Milton Keynes and Mexico.
I
see how you get them mixed up.
Yeah, they're very similar places. Very similar places. I mean, Mexico, Taco Bell, Milton Keynes, Taco Bell, same place now, isn't it? But yeah, I've come off, and I'm like, I've never maxed my EP3, and I was like, right, I'm gonna have a go now because there's nothing on the roads. And then all of a sudden in the rearview mirror, I'm like, it's the old Bill, and I'm like, I think it was about 143 I was doing at the time, and I just backed off, and they followed me to my front door, and I reversed the car off into my driveway, and they just carried on going. But the thing was, because I was going so quick and they were so far away that they didn't have the opportunity to actually see how fast I was going.
Yeah.
They just knew I was going some, and by the time it caught up to me, I was sat 60 mile an hour. And they literally followed me to my front door, and I spoke to my mate Matt, who was a police officer at the time, and he said, if you'd have carried on going, they'd never have caught you. He said, because you were going way quicker than what they could have gone,
Yeah.
and you were past the point of them being able to see your plates and the speed you were doing. So he said, you could have just carried on, they would have just let you go.
Oh, there you go, top tip.
So-
Just keep going really
Just
fast.
drive really fast everywhere.
Really bad.
Like the late great Colin McRae, if in doubt, flat out.
Absolutely. So that leads us very nicely on to another question. What's the fastest you've been in a car?
Fastest I've driven was
The 140 odd.
Was 140 odd, because I'm not going to say I Miss Daisy by any means, because up to 100 I don't mind, I'll send it to 100, but after that you're talking about losing your license,
Yeah.
and I need mine for my job,
so
I can't, and for my YouTube as well, I can't be a YouTube
It's gotta be
car
hard, isn't it?
YouTuber and not have a driver's license. So I mean, it might make for good
I mean, it'd be a
content.
niche, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. So
on the bus.
it's going to go to Euros, sat on the bus somewhere.
So what about as a passenger or anything like
In
that?
the 170s.
Okay.
And that was Fast and Furious era. So Nigel, my birth father, had organised, and I went into work, and there was an R33 GTR.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the Nismo would be my absolute, and he and Nigel had just fitted neons to it,
Nice.
proper tube neons.
Yeah.
Like I say, this is about 2002, 2003, something like that. And he said, just take me son up the road, would you? And so Nigel was in the front passenger seat, and he had nitrous, and he hit the button on the road.
Oh, wow.
And that was it. That was like the fastest I've ever been. I had been quite quick in an F40 before that, but up to that, and then went in this 33, and literally the Sparco steering wheel with the buttons on the wheel, the bottle was like down the side of me, and I'm sat in the back passenger seat, and it's
That is cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And it's not that instant, but it's the noises there.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do get the hiss and and off we go. And so, yeah, that's probably the fastest I've been in a car.
That's epic.
Yeah.
I love it. What is your favourite movie straight TV car? You've mentioned Fast and the Furious a lot.
Yeah.
But is there another one that you haven't told us
Yeah,
about yet?
probably. It's a good question, actually. That wasn't on the list.
Wasn't it?
It might have been on the list.
I told you it went a bit ad hoc.
Yeah. Yeah, what's your favourite movie car? I mean, there's some really cool stuff out there.
I think the point of sometimes not sending everybody the questions is we like this moment now where you're
getting that grey matter going.
Getting your grey matter going.
Getting that grey matter going and having a think and thinking, what do we actually... Because I mean... Okay, while I'm thinking, what's yours?
I can't name it.
It changes every week.
I mean, I watched Swordfish this week.
Oh, mate.
The TVR in Swordfish.
Yeah.
So
But it was
beautiful.
when we initially asked that question, it was a car that I'd forgotten about.
Yeah.
The 355 in The Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Beautiful.
Trans Am Smoking the Bandit.
Yeah.
You said the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah,
didn't you? The Charger.
generally, yeah.
Generally, yeah.
We've had the 18 van.
We've had the 18 van, we've had Baby Driver, the Subaru Impreza.
Yeah.
But I think that's more for the driving.
Yeah.
Because that's just that's
so
a boggo.
one of the questions.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll put it out there. Shelby GT500
From Gone in 60 Seconds, yeah.
I mean, again, that was another film that absolutely defined my childhood.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big Nick fan, Cage. I know he's Marmite, but Nick Cage, proper fanboy, and that film with the car, amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
That's probably,
To be honest with you, I think that's the most requested or most answered.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah, Eleanor is probably the top.
Eleanor, again, because I remember that was like, as a kid, you had DVDs, and you had like Gone in 60 Seconds, The Fast and the Furious,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, I've got American Graffiti in. Obviously, you got the gases in that look fantastic.
Yeah.
What my
You
brother
know.
picked, isn't it?
Yeah. What did your brother pick?
What's a black one in it? The old hot rod in American
Is it
Graffiti.
55 Bel Air?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
No, I don't think.
Didn't your brother pick the Blues Brothers car?
No,
To be fair, that's a great
That was a
shout.
chase.
Yeah.
That was a.
That was a chase. Okay.
Yeah,
That's a great shout.
yeah.
But then I think like going back to like Dom's Charger in Fast and the
Yeah,
Furious.
it's cool
I know
car.
everybody picks the Supra.
Yeah, but then saying that, there's some great cars. I mean, I love, you know, obviously you got Hans RX-7 in the third one.
Yeah.
The second one had that stunning blue Camaro. I think it was actually, I don't think it was an SS, I think it was an RS.
Yeah.
That the two Cuban guys had.
Yeah.
That drag race. Yeah.
They did
Yeah.
the drag race. There's a beautiful one there. I mean, in the first one, again, you've got the Integras,
Yeah.
the Civic again at the start. They're really cool.
Some of the
cars.
ones in the car cruise
Yeah.
scene bit where
Yeah,
they close off the
100%.
road.
I mean,
There was a little CRV or a
Yeah.
CRX or something.
Yeah.
That it must have had like a Valside kit on
Yeah,
it or
white
something.
one.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
they
know
just
the
lower
same,
it
yeah.
on the air.
Streets closed, pizza boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was a CRX,
CRX.
Del Sol.
Yeah, that's
Del
the
Sol,
one.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, these is maybe the unsung heroes from the films that have
absolutely.
got some of the coolest cars. Was it? I mean, I love the Eclipse in the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
that green Eclipse is just perfect.
Yeah.
such a cool car.
So I think it's safe to say you probably haven't got a single favourite.
No, it's, when you say that, it's a really.
But I think I've also proved that if you're a car guy, you can't name a single thing
No.
because if you like cars and you like films,
Yeah.
something will always
Yeah. It
will always gravitate to you.
yeah, absolutely.
Like in one of the Fast and the Furious, they drive around London in M5s, and it's their standard
I can
M5s,
kind of relate to that, apart
Yeah.
from the M5 bit. But yeah.
but it's M5s, sick car, awesome
Yeah.
car.
There is some cool cars.
You can hear the brain ticking now.
Yeah, you can.
I'm just going to shout them out as I think. It's about you.
I think one of the things that really popped up recently. You all right?
Yeah, just slowly dying.
Have you been watching Mobland?
I haven't.
Oh, so Tom Hardy drives an Audi in that.
What is it?
RS6 Performance.
So again, I love it, and I think that's a great all-round car. Like, if you could only have one car, I think if you ask most car people, one car, it's an RS6.
Yeah.
Got to be an estate. RS6
Yeah.
estate is the car because it is quick as fuck. It handles amazingly. You've got boot space. It's the perfect all-rounder. But I probably wouldn't have one if I could have more than one car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree
But
with
that's
that.
a cool. It's a very cool car.
Yeah.
It's a really cool car.
suddenly found myself looking at Volvo 850 T5Rs this week.
Yeah.
I really want one, but I want to do it up as 90s BTCC car.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
Rickard
I was about to have Rydell written on the back window. 100%.
Yeah, I think there's something about it. I think you've never had an estate, have you?
No.
No.
I've
I've always
Mercedes.
been the estate boy.
I'd have an
of us.
estate.
I think they're the
I had
best car on the planet.
I had a Kia Proceed GT shooting brake when it was brand
Nice.
new. Yeah, it was
I like them.
the only brand new car my wife and I've ever got. Wouldn't do a brand new car again, but loved it. Absolutely adored this thing. And the fact that it was an estate, but it weren't, because it was the shooting brake.
Yeah.
It had that lovely streamlined back end to it. But you had 210 brake, you had a DSG box. It went well. I mean, it kept up with a Mark V GTI, no problem at all.
Yeah.
And that was comfortable. And you had heated steering wheel, heated seats. It was lovely. But yeah, estates are so much cooler.
Yeah, they are very
so
cool.
much cooler.
Next.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done to a car?
Now, this is a good question. And I went to a barbecue yesterday.
Okay.
And I said to them, I'm doing this podcast tomorrow. I'm really excited about it. And they were like, oh, cool.
Oh,
And I was
thanks.
like, yeah, no,
You're the first.
Oh, sorry, no, this is shit. Don't bother listening to it anyway. No, but honestly, I was really excited. They were like, oh, that's really cool. And they were like, so what are they going to talk about? And I said, I went through some of the questions, and like I said, that, that was probably the only question that I stumbled on.
Right.
But what's the most embarrassing thing?
Is this what you mentioned earlier? Okay.
Well, obviously, we didn't get into it because you said save it. And to be fair, the more I think about it, the more embarrassing it is.
Jesus, what did you do?
Well, I mean, the knob didn't come out. Well, my knob didn't come out. No, I mean, so my brother-in-law Craig, very much a petrolhead. He's always had cool cars and stuff. And my Mark 1 Punto 55, I wanted it to sound a bit more. Bearing in mind, it still got, it didn't have colour-coded bumpers, it had steel wheels, but I wanted it to sound apart. He said, take the air cleaner out, take the air box out, and stretch a pair of your mum's tights over the air box.
We've all done it.
And to be fair, I thought I was the coolest fucking guy around because it made so much noise. I went from a car that was like, had a small 1-inch exhaust and ran like a bag of shit, and now because it ran on 3 cylinders most of its life, it was popping and banging all the time out the intake. So yeah, probably putting a pair of tights over the intake on that, but make sure you stretch them over. You can't just put them on loose.
Just leave them baggy in here.
Yeah, don't leave them baggy
because
because
the intake.
Nor a bay.
yeah,
You're too young for that.
Yeah, make sure you stretch it over. But that same car, I did the old when you spray paint the lights with like the what do you call it, the tint. So I tinted the lights, and I did such a bad job that it streaked and it had like runs in it.
Nice.
And then about a week later, I reversed that car into a skip. And I mean, that's probably the most embarrassing thing is putting, and it was my mum's tights as well. Mum was like, "Where are my tights?" Like, no,
he's like, he's been wearing them again.
Yeah. Yeah, literally look in the glove box of my car and there's 2 3/4 3/4 of a pair. There's just one bottom half missing.
Yeah, he's either Robin Banks or he's wearing them. Did it make much of a difference?
In terms of sound, massive difference. Yeah, it really did.
It does.
Yeah, because your intake is developed to actually reduce your noise, the amount of induction noise, and by losing the air filter again, you take out essentially all the baffles of your exhaust and stuff. That's a similar thing. So you take all that out, and it makes loads of noise.
I was outside Marks and Spencer's once, waiting for my 2 mistakes to finish work, and as I'm parked there, this geezer's come around the back of his car. And there's like loads of foam hanging out of his exhaust. And it was like, you see the magicians and they start pulling out the things. He started going like this. And he was there for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and there was this
fiberglass baffles coming out of it. Yeah,
like,
brilliant.
His car's going to sound really cool now, I think.
Yeah.
Do you follow motorsport at all?
Yeah. I'm disappointed that you asked me to do it at 2:00 on a Sunday.
I'm missing Barcelona
Formula 1 for this.
I didn't realise that was a thing.
I mean,
that doesn't happen all the time, though, does it?
24 times a year.
Yeah.
Depends on the world. When the world.
It does. I mean, I was secretly hoping that there was going to be a screen up somewhere, so I could be talking to the microphone and watching.
It's the end of a triple header. Yeah. Barcelona isn't renowned to be the best track.
It's not a bad track. Catalonia's not a bad one, but Piastri on pole, I'm happy.
Yeah.
As long as Lando ain't on pole, #fuck Lando. Don't like Lando at all. Arrogant little shit he is. Arrogant, expectant little shit.
Well, are you a fan?
I like him for what he's become, and I'm a big McLaren fan.
Okay.
But I think given where he's come from and his parents' wealth and everything.
You mean the fact that his dad retired at 44?
Yeah, his dad owns
Did he?
Hargreaves Lansdown, which is a big investment company. They are rich beyond the realms of Everest.
I mean,
right.
they are probably.
What's that?
I know who won the
No, just dare.
Don't, yeah.
Don't, please don't, because I want to watch it when I get home.
But I mean, yeah, his expectancy and his arrogance is enough to put me off,
I don't think it's an arrogant. I think it's spoilt brat syndrome.
which I think is the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think he's old enough to become arrogant. Do you know what I mean? I think I think he's had good races, but the vast majority have been there or thereabouts. He's made mistakes. I don't think he's an out and out.
He's not a champion.
I don't think he's a champion
Yeah,
yet.
I don't think he's a champion full stop because he hasn't got the bottle to go for it.
No.
You know, Max is champion because he will. I mean, I'm not a Max fan. If you'd have asked me for years, I don't like Max. But he's a champion for a reason.
I appreciate Max. I don't like him.
No.
I appreciate
But his
him.
skill level is unmatched.
Yeah.
He's absolutely, and again, you go back to Schumacher, you know, and Senna, if the gap is there and you don't go for it, you're not racing anymore.
Precisely,
And
yeah.
that's what I think Max is, that modern carnation of him. And, you know, I think with Lando, I just don't think he's got the bottle to be a champion.
No.
You know, whereas Oscar will stand up for himself in a
Yeah.
corner. I mean, obviously, if it's Max, nobody stands up to Max because you either give the corner or you're off the track.
Yeah, there
You
is.
know.
But I can see with Oscar's manager being Mark Webber,
Yeah.
I always rated Mark
I
as
love Mark.
an incredibly competent driver.
Just never had the right car at the right time.
No, exactly.
You know?
Or he always got his teammate, Vettel mainly, was always the number one driver. So, yeah, I can see Piastri doing really, really good things.
I would love to see him get a championship.
Yeah, I would like to see him get it this year.
I mean, I called it the back end of last year that he will get the championship before Lando does.
Yeah, I would ultimately agree with that.
So who do you think is going to win this year then?
I'd like to say Piastri. I think Piastri, but you can't rule Max out at all.
I think Max will win it on consistency.
Yeah.
But I think I really want to see Piastri win it.
I'd love to see
I
Piastri.
think he has come into his own so much.
In the past, the last couple of races of last year,
Yeah.
we saw the true Piastri. We saw how talented of a driver he is, and he is modest. He is chilled. He's
almost too chilled.
but his head's screwed on.
Yeah.
So he's calm at the right times. You know, he probably goes back to the hotel room and gets absolutely battered. But
Yeah.
on the track, he is calm at the right times.
Yeah.
And I think Piastri is going to be potentially like the best on the grid.
It's his third season, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Third season, and he's that good.
He's
Really?
I didn't want to go off on a tangent about it. I just wanted to figure out, one of our questions was, any track in the world, in any car, if you could do a track day.
Bathurst.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thought about that this morning.
Yeah.
Literally thought about it this morning. I was on the shitter. I was thinking.
That's where all the best decisions happen.
It really is.
I think
It
this
is.
podcast was invented.
It's
on
the
it.
only safe place in my house because it's the only door with a lock on it within the house, so I can sit there and not be bothered by the wife or the child. But yeah, Bathurst.
Yeah.
because I think it's got everything.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
You've got achingly long straights on it, but you've got some amazing twisties when you get up into the
Yeah,
hills.
you get up into the mountains. Yeah.
You know, everybody's going to say like Nürburgring, but Nürburgring's again, it's another achievable thing. I mean,
Yeah.
the boys said about doing Nürburgring next year or going over and doing some of the tracks next year. And that's a totally achievable thing, but to actually go and drive Bathurst,
Yeah.
that's special. That's really special.
Yeah, my mum and dad have been to the Bathurst 1000.
Nice. Is that
they-
silver spoon again?
No, David, I sadly didn't go, but yeah, they went over there and they
That's
said
mega.
the you can't quantify the rivalry between Ford and Holden
It's mega.
in Australia.
Yeah.
It's literally like, and I don't follow football, but it's like, I'm going to say Millwall and fucking Tottenham
Ham,
or
yeah.
West Ham or
Yeah.
whoever really bad rivals are in football.
Yeah.
They said it's nuts.
It's mega.
It is.
And you literally are looking at guys that have got tattoos of a car logo on their arm,
Yeah.
and they bleed that colour.
Yeah. And they will literally kill someone if they see you with Ford.
Yeah,
written on
exactly.
your- Yeah,
and I think
it's nuts.
I think the Bathurst track, and I don't know, I wouldn't even want to go in necessarily anything that mental either. Just something like, I mean, maybe like a Monaro or something, because it's fitting.
Yeah, keep it within keeping of that.
But again, it's going to be quick enough that you can have some fun.
Yeah.
But not so quick that I'm not going to come home.
Yeah.
So something like that would be.
I'd
pretty
agree
cool.
with that.
You know,
Really cool.
Yeah.
just
I
very
like
quickly going back to F1. What coloured flag do you fly?
This year,
No, not this year. Who is your...
McLaren.
Okay.
In my job role,
He helped him win, basically.
Cut
a long story short.
No,
car.
I've been lucky in my previous roles. I've done a lot of work within Formula One.
Yeah.
Started off at McLaren because it was the single biggest order that the company I worked for won. So the technology centre, if you've ever had a chance to go in Surrey,
No, but I'd love to. So if you can get me tickets, great.
I don't work there anymore. It's one of my most favourite buildings.
It's a stunning building.
In the world, because I think the boulevard where you can see Senna's car and the history of it is...
It's a special place.
It's very, very special.
Place, yeah.
I did a 4-year refurbishment project for Mercedes when they were in their heyday.
Yeah.
So I very much had Mercedes in my heart, but McLaren in my heart, but Mercedes was in my head.
Yeah.
Met Lewis a couple of times, very surrounded by his people. Equally, again, met Valtteri just walking through the place on his own.
Yeah, but that's the difference, is VB, sound.
Yeah.
Lewis, now, sound, go back 5 years, complete dick.
Yeah.
Because he was, again, expectant, entitled.
Yeah.
You know, just thought the sun shone out of his own
Bit
arsehole.
of a diva, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was a proper diva. But now he's been humbled because he's lost. He's now with a team that can't seem to actually even wipe an arse.
Yeah.
And so he's been humbled, and now I think, actually now, I like you more than I ever have.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because you've been humbled, you're
showing a vulnerability.
but you're also showing what everybody else has experienced.
Yeah.
Just because you were at the pinnacle with the best team, with the best car. I don't think Lewis is the best driver. I think he was so fortunate. He is incredibly skilled.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal driver. But if you'd have put Vettel in that car at that point in time, he'd have done the same thing.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
You know, I think right place, right time. Yes, it needs an incredible amount of skill to do that. You know, think of the British Grand Prix 20, was it 21 British Grand Prix where he's driving around the track on 3 wheels?
Yes.
Most drivers probably would have just pulled over.
Yeah, and beat it, yeah.
Sends it to the end of the track.
Yeah.
Fair fucks. I mean, that's a champion.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and again, he's got that mentality. But I mean, I'm Williams through and through.
I can really appreciate that.
You know, because I'm going back to early 90s.
Mansell.
Back to sitting, you know, cross-legged in front of the telly and saying to my dad, you know, why won't Schumacher let anybody else win? Because this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
And he's like, it just doesn't work like that, mate.
But I think,
you'll get it when you're older.
I think when the cigarette brands were prominent, I think
Cool,
the
man.
Rothmans livery is one of the best liveries ever.
Yeah, we started talking about silk cut earlier. That
Yeah.
silk cut livery is such an iconic, cool livery.
Yeah.
You know? So
I think I should just bring back cigarettes.
100%. Cigarettes and alcohol should be the sole sponsors of everything.
Absolutely.
You know?
Is it Marlboro? That used to be a big
Yeah,
one.
mate.
Ferraris, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah,
Was it?
100%. To be fair, most of the companies that still sponsor them are cigarettes. They just have different brand names now.
Yeah, if you
is it?
noticed on the back of Mission Winnow was something derived from Marlboro.
Yeah.
And if you looked at the Ferrari livery, I'm sure I got told this right, there's loads of little white stripes on the red car. They represented cigarettes.
Yeah. But it's not only that as well. Like Mission basically have...
There's a hat behind you.
Yeah, so basically, Mission Winnow, what it was meant to be is they are basically, they own or they're owned by Marlboro. So they're still getting Marlboro on the car somewhere.
Ah, okay.
So it's having that.
It's very clever advertising.
It's very clever.
Yeah.
But most of the F1 teams have got some kind of cigarette sponsor on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you say, going back to the era of having cigarettes on cars, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Very cool.
Right, one of the questions that we keep... Is that done with it?
I'm done with that. Yeah, I could go off on a tangent.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about F1 all day, but I was just curious as to who you flagged for us.
It's always been McLaren.
Yeah, I'll accept that. That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
That's good. That's okay.
Thank you.
One of the questions we keep forgetting to ask, and we haven't done it for ages, is the ugliest car ever made.
Yes, good question.
Only the reason it jogged my memory is because a car drove past me the other day and I was like, what the fuck is that? And almost crashed into somebody in front of me because I was just...
Is that because your brakes failed?
Yeah, almost, yeah.
Were you in the Beamer?
I wasn't a Beamer. Yeah, absolutely hideous. But go on. And then,
So, I mean, there's the obvious choices. You've got things like the Fiat Multipla.
yeah, that's the winner so far.
But I actually think they're kind of coming into their own now.
I'm going to agree with that.
They're not cool.
No.
They're not pretty.
No.
But there's a strange affection building for them. And I think the car scene is doing the same thing, is that people are kind of thinking, oh, they're kind of cool because they're quirky, because they're that ugly, because they really thought they were the worst car ever made.
Yeah.
but having 6 seats, 3 up the front, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And having that weird like roll of fat that makes the
Yeah.
2 bumpers and stuff. Actually, it's, yes, it's ugly as shit, but
It always reminds me. Remember The Simpsons and Homer's brother come up and he
Yeah.
made a car. That's what that car
Yeah.
reminds me
Yeah.
of. That was definitely
Yeah.
like somebody's.
to be fair, I had to show my wife the Simpsons gag the other day because our friend has just bought another electric car, and Simpsons gag with the electric car.
You're the Simpsons buff here, mate.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't
Right.
watched
The
it all.
museum.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't want to offend any of your listeners, so but it's. I mean, I sent it to.
We haven't got that many yet, so
No, okay.
offend all your podcast.
Okay, all 37 listeners.
He joined that club last week. Anyway.
But I think, I mean, if you'd have asked me 5 years ago, I'd have said VW Beetle. The original Beetle, hated it with a passion. Like, would have been the car that I would have happily written off
Yeah.
and said never existed. Because,
And then you wouldn't have had a Porsche.
yes, I mean, to me, one of the most beautiful cars ever built was a 356.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Stunning car.
That's another one of our questions. Actually.
50% Beetle.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, now I've got friends. So Wim, lovely guy. He's Belgium. He's from Belgium, Belgianese. I don't know. Sorry, Wim. But Wim bought his Beetle, but he had to buy it from another country to bring it into Belgium and then move to the UK with it. And he's had this car Emily for like 17 years.
Name the car.
And it's not. It's even painted on it. I mean, from the outside, this thing is, sorry, Wim, but it's a bit of a bin. But he's not proud of the. He knows it is, but inside is such a lovely place to be.
Yeah.
It's got a rag top roof. It's got that lovely big Wolfsburg wheel. It's a left-hand drive car, and I did a living with Wim, and it was like my least successful video, but probably one of the most fun ones. Learning about Wim's history of cars and learning about his Beetle Emily, and then going, actually, do you know what? This is. I kind of like this.
Is it rough on the outside on purpose, but beautiful under? It's not like
As
a
in
rat rod
the
or something.
patina.
Rusty patina,
Okay.
like natural
Yeah.
rusty
Yeah.
patina, all over, and like one of the wings. I mean, it looks like she's constantly crying the car because one of the headlamps has so much rust under it. You wouldn't want to crash it. But it's Wim and Jenny, they literally have changed my love and like the Beetle, because I would have said it was a Beetle, but nowadays, I mean, there's a new Hyundai, and I love Hyundais. But that new Ioniq 6, I think it is.
I like that.
You like the 5, the
Five.
boxy one.
Boxy one, yeah,
The
very
6, the
futuristic.
6.
It's got this weird back into it.
yeah. It's very out of proportion.
Maybe an R-Class Merc as well. That's fucking awful. that is an ugly looking car.
Yeah.
I mean-
I'm trying to think what an R-Class is. Is that the one with the blob eye? It's got the 4 headlights.
No,
It's
it hasn't got full headlights. It was mid noughties to late noughties, 7-seater.
Oh, I know the one.
I mean, the great thing is you could get it with the 55 lump.
Yeah, you get the AMG lump,
You could get
yeah.
the AMG lump in it, and it's probably the cheapest way to get hold of one now, or that engine. But they're just fucking ugly.
Yeah,
Right.
I know which one you're on about.
But yeah, I don't know. It's quite hard, and again, I think it's very subjective as well when you're thinking of what's an ugly car.
Yeah.
I think there's no right or wrong answer to it. It's
No,
what
definitely
you.
not.
It's
I mean, what would you
think.
say?
What did
Mine-
I said the Pontiac Aztec.
That's
Yeah.
a pretty fucking ugly car.
Yeah. It's really
that was
ugly.
in,
It's pretty bad.
Breaking
yeah.
Bad, wasn't it?
But
Yeah.
and yet they've made Hot Wheels of it.
Yeah.
Which is mental. But it is an ugly as fuck car.
Yeah.
When we talked about the multiplier, didn't we? And I went to get a little, because we got like little Hot Wheels. I looked up for the multiplier, and was it 90 quid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
90
was.
quid for a
Yeah.
I know.
version.
I know.
You could probably buy a
But I think,
that.
but then I think there was a lot of cars that were fucking ugly. I think the Ferrari 612 Scaglietti, to name a car.
I drove one of those recently, and it was just a fucking bin.
But
It
I
broke
think
my heart as well.
aesthetically, I think they've come around to be
More
really cool.
Yes.
Quirky,
Yeah.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Like the back end has aged really well. The
Yeah.
front, those headlamps still look fucking awful.
They do look awful, but there's something about it that you think it looks pretty cool now.
Yeah.
Right, so get your phone out and look up, I think it's called a Suzuki Key. It looks like
How's it spelled? K-I or K?
K-I-E, I think.
But that's a K car. So Suzuki, the K car is the Japanese mini cars. So
But I see one in Milton Keynes.
okay.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Have you
The
seen it?
newer version,
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
That's cool.
It's not.
That's cool.
It isn't.
I mean, my mum had a Suzuki Wagon R for years, and we used to call it a wagon. We used to call it a wobble wagon because like if you took
Wagon R,
if you took that corner fast, that thing was definitely going to be on. It's like same as a Vauxhall Aguila, but yeah,
a woeful car.
Oh, awful! I mean,
Yeah.
it was a bag of shit. This car, and it was my stepdad's car. My stepdad's dad worked at Vauxhall for like a huge portion of his life.
Yeah.
But it was still cheaper for him to buy the Suzuki than it was to buy the Vauxhall, even with his staff discount.
Oh, really?
So he got the Suzuki version, and it was built in the same factory and everything. It just had a different badge on it.
What other one did I say? If we're talking about ugly, the Scorpio, the Granada Scorpio,
Yeah, you
with,
didn't like that.
with the blob eyes.
Yeah, that.
I think that had a word that I'm going to coin James May from Tom. It was gopping. It had just a gopping
Yeah.
front end. It was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, well, some of them had a Cosworth engine in it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
2.9
like-
V6.
so-
So
yeah,
again,
cool.
slightly redeeming.
Slightly cool.
But they had all four wheels. I remember they
Yeah.
had the big flat dish and then all the tiny little spokes.
Yeah.
And there's just like, it looks fucking awful. But James bought for the Granada one of those 2.9 Cosworths and two turbos.
Did he?
And it got
Oh,
damaged in
nice.
shipping, and he got so disheartened that he just didn't bother.
right,
But originally
okay.
that was going to have a 2.9 twin turbo in it, which would have been crazy. So, but yeah, again, I think something like that is hard to.
Yeah.
I think if you sat there and looked and went, oh yeah, that's an ugly car and that's an
Yeah.
ugly car.
There is some poor excuses of cars.
Yeah, I mean like the Mark IV Fiesta with that front end.
Yeah, I know what you're on about.
You know, like the 96. The first time it went from like being a cool squarey car,
Yeah.
and it just had like the front end was like that, just that oval.
Oval, wasn't it? Yeah.
It just looks even then it looked shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that when they brought out the SI? Or was that before?
No, it
Was the SI before that?
SI was before that. Yeah.
It's almost like Mondeo style headlights at the time, weren't they? But
it just
the grill
looked-
and the
just
lights all
looked
sort
shit.
of formed over.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
very nice at all. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to ask you, what are your rants about cars, driving, anything in general?
You said middle lane hoggers.
You said middle lane hoggers are wankers.
That,
and they
that will
should-
start him off, so we'll leave that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, middle lane hoggers, because that just does everybody's fucking head in. I mean, I don't mind people who sit in the middle lane that are doing 75 because, you know, if
You're overtaking something.
you're overtaking
Yeah.
something. But if you're constantly doing 75 and you're going past stuff, great, no problem at all. But don't just sit in there doing fucking 60 mile an hour.
Yeah.
You said earlier on that you undertake, and
Fuck it.
I do that. Is that illegal?
It technically is. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I spoke to a copper about this, and it wasn't because I got pulled over. It's from one of my friends. He said there's a very grey area. If they're doing less than the speed limit,
Yes.
and you're doing no more than the speed
It's
limit,
meant to be to keep it safe.
To keep- yeah.
To keep the flow of traffic
Yeah.
and to be safe. But yeah, I don't think it's technically legal. But if you're doing it because you've got to do it to get out of the way or to keep traffic
Yeah.
moving, then
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, stuff like that. ASBO drivers. And I know Milton Keynes is full of the pricks. and apologies to anybody listening, but people that think it's cool to go out on a Sunday night, go to the cruise, and on public roads go and do fucking drifting and burnouts and takeovers.
There's a
and
big thing in Milton Keynes at the moment with that.
it's like, how small does your dick need to be to feel the need to go and do that? Because, like, I mean, yeah, if you're in a completely empty car park on a Sunday afternoon and somebody says, get your Mini out after the podcast and do a fat burnout, yeah, no problem
yeah,
at all.
fill your boots, yeah.
But if you're on a public road, and if I'm coming home, you know, recently, unfortunately, my grandfather's been very poorly, been in and out of hospital. If I'm driving home with my wife and somebody T-bones my car, do you know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah.
you're not cool, you're not funny. The only people you're impressing are the kids that have gone there
Yeah.
and the other dickheads that are doing it. That is probably one of, and again, like we said earlier about leaving car shows like dicks, just don't do it.
Yeah.
The police are really knuckling down on that at the moment.
Good.
And what they're doing is
I mean, I can't stand the things, but
yeah, they're
Please,
taking like somebody puts a video on social media of
Yeah.
the car doing it.
Find the car, yeah.
They find the car and they go and confiscate it.
yeah, too fucking
And they
right on.
literally will take it away from you.
There's one thing I don't understand a minute about a culture. It's not here, I don't think. It's in America. These fucking takeovers.
Oh, mate.
I
But
don't.
they're starting to come over here.
I don't understand them.
What's a takeover?
It's where they take over an intersection.
All right.
So like a crossroads, and they'll take it over, and they'll get cars in there that will be doing burnouts, donuts.
Oh, do they?
And
Yeah.
then what they'll do is the people get as close as they can and make the circle as small as possible, while these people are driving so dangerously. I mean, there's people getting run over,
I've
getting
seen that.
yeah, getting knocked
Getting
over.
walloped.
Is that what they're doing? They actually
Yeah.
show.
But it's on a live road, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't
What's the
understand
fucking
that.
point?
Yeah.
This is again, and the fact that it's happening over here now, it's starting to become a thing because kids think it's cool. It's just fucking not.
Yeah.
You know, and mates of mine, the guy MK Crew's like, yeah, it's not bad anymore. And I'm like, actually, mate, the fact that you're showing me this shit, it is.
Yeah.
I think again, Adam C, that fucking knobhead YouTuber, I've publicly had an argument with him saying that you are causing this because people want their 5 minutes of fame, so they drive like a complete and utter cunt on his, knowing he's filming them.
Yeah.
Because they probably wouldn't have done it otherwise, but the fact that he's filming them and they're going to maybe make his thumbnail or make the video, they're like, yeah, let's drive like a complete prick and then I'll get on Adam C's video. And I said this to him and he's like, I'm just documenting it. I said, no, you're endorsing it. By documenting it and publishing it, you're endorsing this shit. And you're showing people, and again, young, influenced people are watching this and going, oh, that's so cool. No, it's not. It's not cool, you know? And again, probably... Again, from the what we were talking earlier, I think budgets, you know, and I do find that you do get it at Cafe and Machine, but one of their slogans is a fat wallet doesn't make you special.
Yeah.
100%. Just because you've got loads of money to drop on a card does not make you cool, doesn't make you special. You know, if somebody's spent £2,000 on their entire build, but they're proud of it, it's worth just as much to me, in my eyes, as the person who spent 50 grand on their build.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, we had a young lad on, was it last week, the week before, Jordan?
Jordan, yeah.
And he's little Renault 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool
Haven't
car.
spent a great deal of money on it.
Yeah, cool car though.
But it's a cool car, and he was so proud of it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And
But that's what makes it special.
It was a Renault 5 Campus that he brought, and you'll see the video come out in a few weeks. But
Really
he put a
impressive.
Clio 172 engine in it.
Very cool.
But he did say it's ultimately been a money pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone from buying
It
a
was always
few
gonna be,
hundred
though.
quid, he's up into the tens of thousands now of what he spent. But Renault 5 turbo body kit.
done it all himself as well.
Yeah,
taught
but
himself
done it
to-
all himself.
Fair play.
Through
But
Haynes,
like-
Haynes manuals as well.
Fair fucks. To be
But
fair,
like-
but Haynes Manual's been a Bible on my Porsche.
But like you, he's
Yeah,
documented it and he's turning it into an additional revenue stream by doing it on YouTube
Yeah,
as
fair
well.
fucks.
So yeah, we appreciate shit like that.
Yeah, but that's it. Again, it's just anybody that, I think for me, anybody that snubs anybody else in the scene, whether it's be because you've got rep wheels or because you haven't got an M3, you've got a 330. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you stick an M3 badge on it, you're allowed to, you know you're going to get the abuse. But yeah, just anything that, and again, I think it just goes back to the fact that I never grew up with money, but just snubbing people for not having something as good as they've got. And, you know, and chances are they probably fucking financed it anyway.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a financed Golf R or an M135i or something, and it's them being a bell end,
Yeah.
you know.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
One last thing, pop bang maps. I can't fucking
I
stand
don't
them.
know. We have somebody, he obviously lives local to us, and you can hear him going most Saturday mornings, whatever, driving past.
Yeah. So like the 924 pops and bangs, but that's because
It's done naturally.
exactly that.
Yeah.
So therefore, in my eyes, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because in my car sounds like a Group B rally car.
Yeah.
It's got that proper raspy exhaust note, and you get the pop, 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 pop as you
Like
come
my,
down.
my old 106 GTR, I put a super sprint manifold on it, decatted it,
Nice.
straight through Scorpion exhaust.
I bet it was loud as fuck as well, wasn't it?
It was loud as fuck, but on hot days,
Yeah.
it backfired like an absolute bastard. And driving
Yeah.
around Northampton with my mates, it would shake windows and scare women and everything. But it was natural. I think the Force pop bang maps on a 1 litre fucking
EcoBoost.
something. It's just stupid.
I think the Fiesta Z-Techs and or the Fiesta STs have forever been ruined by a pop bang map.
Yeah.
You know, there's just, I think having 90s rally cars again, being that era and listening and getting that pop, 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 pop,
Yeah.
pop, pop as they go, great, because it was spooling up the turbo and it was getting ready to launch, you know. But nowadays, it ain't fucking cool.
No.
I mean, the Mini pops and bangs like fuck, but I don't think there's anything to do with the map. I think it's just over fueling to fuck.
Yeah.
Somebody's done a really shitty map on it to make sure that it don't burn itself out.
But I think it suits that era of car. I
Yeah.
think there's something about, like you say, teenagers with HP cars and go up to a certain tuning place and go, yeah, I want a pop bang map. Fucking
Yeah.
bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's just an irritating.
And SUVs that pop and bang, I can't stand. I don't know why.
But then I can't stand SUVs that come from performance brands.
Yeah.
I can't see the point in that. It's just
I tend to agree that I think a Range Rover SVR, a car that big shouldn't move as fast as it does.
It's got no need to.
No.
You're in that for comfort.
Yeah.
So then why put 23-inch wheels on it with rubber band tyres? Yeah, okay, you got this lovely soft air suspension.
And a supercharged V8.
It's just totally fucking irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know, give me a nice 4-litre V8 in it, lumpy V8, and I want some 18s with some big fat sidewall tyres because I want to be in comfort and luxury in that. So, yeah. But yeah, 100% scrap pops and bangs, let's get rid of.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good little rant.
Yeah, it was.
It needs this every now and then.
I
just
do,
to sort
yeah.
of
No, to be
vent
fair,
a
it's
little bit.
good to let
Cleanses
it
the soul. Yeah, it does.
out. Yeah.
So I think the last question is probably: do you have any funny related car stories? Oh, you've said like numerous ones, so it doesn't matter if you've.
Yeah,
used
is there
them all
one
up.
that stood out that you thought when if we gave you it on the questions?
Probably not really. I mean, I remember my mate Tom with that Punto, going back to that same Punto, 100 mile an hour, we were jumping up and down in it in the A5, going downhill to try and get it to a runner. We got to 100 and he thought it'd be a great idea, opens the window and then just climbs out the window.
Nice.
And of course it acts like a wind sail, so the whole car rips to one side, and I think we're going to die because it's on 155 14-inch tyres.
15514.
Yeah.
Wow, lush.
Yeah, and so I'm like literally pulling him in by his belt while keeping hold of the wheel. And I'm like 17, just passed my test. But yeah, that's probably, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I was on track at where do they do the oval circuit in the UK?
Rockingham.
Rockingham. I did the last ever track day at Rockingham.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
A person will go unnamed, but they left the sump bung, and it was not me, left the sump bung loose on my gearbox.
Oh.
And so did a few laps, and then all of a sudden I heard this bang, 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 and I was like, what the fuck was that? Carried on driving, and then I pulled over, went into the pits and looked underneath it, couldn't see anything, but obviously at that point hadn't realised that all of the oil had gone and it was on the track. So yeah, went back out for another session and then no third gear, and then all of a sudden it got like synchros got very, very whiny.
Yeah.
And yeah, my mate fucked off and left me. He drove home and I was sat on the side of the road waiting. Luckily Rob come and got me. But yeah, someone come out on that. That was quite an interesting one. Yeah, I mean, backwards through a hedge in the skyline. That was quite scary. And funny thing was, that was me and Mike, and we're in the skyline, and it's pissing down with rain. We're doing 20. Mike is Miss Daisy. We've even nicknamed him now Risk Assessment. His nickname is now Risk Assessment because he's so timid when it comes. I mean, in a straight line, he'll put his foot down. It's 450 brake or
Sounds
so.
like my kind of guy.
You know, it's a fast car, but we're literally going on the way back from Caffeine from the original one, and yeah, just roundabout, and all of a sudden I just remember, and you can hear me on the dash cam footage going, uh oh, as the car's just pirouetting, and then we just go backwards into a hedge.
That's at 20.
And that was about 21 hours, just aquaplaned across this road and just backwards into the hedge. But luckily, being four-wheel drive, managed to pull himself out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we literally got out of the car and was like bum squeaky, looked at the car, and all it done is chipped one of his wheels.
Was it? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, literally it bounced up the curb. Luckily it was a drop curb where that one wheel had hit. The other one caught, bounced up where the tyre was, and then we just ended up going backwards down into this ditch, and yeah, and we drove home, and I think at that point we carried on doing 20 the whole way.
It was one of really quiet drive homes where nothing is said.
Nothing is said, nothing is done. We just both sat there intently staring forward, like, you know, Mike is probably shaking and I've probably shit my pants. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've got that many funny stories about it, really.
No, you've done really well today with funny ones. Anyway.
I did think of another question actually.
Go for it.
This week. I'm going to try it out because it's not one that I've even run past you.
Do it.
There's a lot of.
It's fine because you can answer as well.
Yeah, in fact, actually, you can. There's a lot of car programs on telly and stuff like that. What is your favourite? I know the vast majority of us will probably say Top Gear, but in the time when Clarkson and that took off, it did go downhill.
Massively went
But
downhill. Cause
what's your favourite? What both of you? What's your favourite TV or internet based?
I was going to say, because TV
car.
couldn't even answer that, but
Yeah.
YouTube, easy. But go on.
Don't take offence to this, but by far, Pudding's Fab Shop on YouTube is the best car program.
Do you know what? Well, I wouldn't take offence to that anyway.
It is
but
brilliant.
yeah, at the barbecue yesterday, they were talking about Puddings and
Yeah.
how much they enjoy it because he's so down to earth.
It's brilliant. Fun, it's filmed perfectly. So he's constantly changing, for me, and you would know this, constantly changing camera angles. So your brain's always like in thinking. He is funny, like
Genuinely.
another level funny.
But it's not forced either.
No. Yeah, it just says something, and you just be chuckling all day. Like it just pops into your head, and you go, like all day.
How's it go?
I'm not doing it again. Damn it! I'm going to
Make a thumbnail out of that.
Yeah, please do.
I'm cutting that bit out. Yeah, but the way he builds as well, they're just brilliant. But the only thing is, it's all like American, like patina-y, like rust buckets that he does. But they are just done so. It's done so well.
Yeah.
So by far, that's my favourite.
That's cool. What about you?
I haven't thought of an answer, so
Be better. How can you come up with a question and not have an answer for it?
I was throwing it out there.
I mean, okay, so what you can have a think.
I know. I'm really into the Late Break Show.
I love
the minute.
Johnny
Smith. I think
is
is brilliant.
fabulous, mate. He's an entertainer. He
Yeah.
does such a good job. I love watching the barn finds.
Yeah.
The barn finds are what gave me the inspiration for my Living With series, because although it's a totally different type of video to an extent, it's the way he interviews the owner whilst they're trying to revive that old car. He does such a wonderful job with that.
Yeah, and I think on the flip side, he interviewed Dario Franchitti recently, and it's just the down to earthness, and it's almost like I'm not too big than the person I'm interviewing.
Yeah.
It's like he was blown away by a car collection, but equally he can get blown away by an F40 or a one-off Bentley shooting brake, as well as he was in. There was a video of Milton Keynes that he did a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, I watched that.
I can't remember what car it was.
It was
a Triumph. No, it wasn't a Triumph.
No, it was Dolomite.
Triumph Dolomite.
It was a Dolomite.
Yeah, but that was cool.
That was cool, and it still is cool. I mean, I'd love a Dolomite now.
Dolomite,
Imagine if I turned up in Dolomite today.
Yeah.
I'd hope that you guys would go, that's cool.
Yeah,
absolutely.
My
But
old
then,
man had one of them.
yeah, I think Johnny Smith.
I mean, I think
is
when
really
they were
cool.
new, they were vaguely cool, and then 5 years later, they were mostly rotten and dead.
Yeah, and dead.
So if you see one now, it's like, yeah, that's a cool car.
It's a Survivor. Yeah,
It is, and they look cool as well.
yeah. But I've said this many times. I'm a huge Chris Harris fanboy.
I love Chris Harris. I think
think-
he's fantastic. And my wife actually said Top Gear would be great if it was just Chris Harris.
Yeah, I think he was so muted and scripted when he
Yeah,
was on Top
he
Gear.
was.
Because if you watch the before videos he made,
Yeah, because you followed him before Top Gear.
yeah, massively.
He
Long,
wrote for
long
was it
before
Evo
it.
and stuff, wasn't it? He's been on.
But his podcast that I listen to is my Friday morning commute for work. It's just brilliant. But I love how
he don't listen to ours, but he listens to.
I listen to ours on Monday to Thursday. We're gonna fall out. I think how emotional he gets about cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
The describing rebound rates and fucking.
I mean, even watching him recently when he drove the McLaren F1 for the first time.
Yeah.
For somebody watching it, you genuinely could feel his excitement and his pleasure through that video, seeing him, his emotion, his raw emotion, seeing him drive that car.
But I think for a guy who's in the limelight as well, I think he inspires a lot with his own car collection. Like he's got a 205 XS.
Is that why you want an Integrale as well?
Yes, I've always wanted one, but he's got an M5 Touring. It's just so varied. It's not all supercar.
No.
It's cars that the individual finds
Cool.
a connection to.
Yeah.
And that's what I think as we get older, that's why my car taste has changed hugely, and it's why I can't decide.
I mean, I'm like, with regards to like the shows and stuff, like I watch so much YouTube. I have YouTube Premium, and I use it for research because or at least that's what I tell my wife anyway. I'm doing research.
I did that with Pornhub.
I was going to say the same thing. You beat me to it. Just don't look at my search history. But yeah, I mean, like, there's a few that jump out. I mean, I used to love watching Roadkill before that when it all tits up. That was amazing. But Juicebox is amazing. That's a really good. It's about Neil, a guy over in Ireland. And what he does is fantastic. John Ludwig, his channel is really good as well. He does a lot of like air ride stuff, really cool. I mean, I found his channel through 924.
I watch that guy. Yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah, he is.
And what's
actually.
amazing as well is he's finally getting, because he's been doing it for years, and then all of a sudden over the past 12 months, his videos have been getting like a couple of thousand per video per week to now he's getting like 5k overnight. So he's finally getting a good amount of recognition. And he seems genuinely cool. He's coming to Roll Hard this year.
Is he?
Well, Don't but an insider has told me he's coming to Roll Hard this year. So, and the guy who,
because I think he gets all his air rides and that from somewhere in the UK.
He does, yeah. But I look forward to meeting him because I'm quite good friends with Dan as well, which will be awesome to meet John and actually be able to chat to him.
Yeah.
Mighty Car Mods is like my absolute go-to. I've got the MCM logo tattooed on my ankle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Wicked.
Yeah, because they're like OGs. They've been doing it 17, 18 years now, and I've been following them for probably 12 years. And like, it's my go-to when I'm feeling blue, which is a lot. Like, I struggle a lot with my mental health and have done for years. I've got cyclothymia, which is a type of bipolar, so I am literally up and down. Whereas bipolar is like very sharp, like ups and downs, peaks and troughs. Mine's like quite slow.
Yeah.
So I could be on a happy for 3 days, but it also means that I'll be blue maybe 3 days afterwards. And if I'm really blue, I want to watch Mighty Car Mods. It makes me happy. And I just sit and I watch like a whole build series. And again, their channel, I absolutely adore it. And Marty and Moog are genuine guys. And again, they're not the biggest YouTubers out there. And they've even said in their own videos, they don't produce content to get clicks. They produce content that they want to make.
Yeah.
You know, they're not banging through cars, because what people want is they want to see the new car. They want to see the second episode where they go through it and go, this is how fucked up it is.
Yeah.
Then they want to see the final product. Those videos in the middle get so few views. And I found that with my stuff as well. Announce a new car, everybody goes, yeah, this is amazing. And then second video where you go, everything wrong with because you love that video.
Yeah.
And then they want to see the final product.
Yeah.
You know?
I asked a question in twofold, really, that I get quite caught up in old stuff, and I tend not to look past my comfort zone, sort of thing. So really, I asked that to get what you guys have thought, so I can start looking into new stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, funny, I started watching Boyd Coddington's American Hot Rods.
Yeah.
If ever you
I used to watch
watch
that
that,
religiously. Yeah.
I went through that the other week.
Fair, good one.
It was brilliant.
Junkyard Digs.
I've seen
Junkyard
those.
Digs is really good, and he will literally, he kind of does the roadkill thing, where he will go 1,000 miles away and buy a car out of a field, and he'll spend a couple of days getting it running and then drive it home. And sometimes he does it. And again, what I love about it is it's so unscripted, other than the adverts, but they're all, you know, when somebody's paying you to do your video, you've got to do the advert.
That's one of the reasons why I like Pudding. He doesn't advertise anything.
No.
Only his own stuff.
Oh, really?
So he just, like,
And it's the
sells
same
t-shirts
with
and caps
MCM
and
as well.
stuff.
Obviously, like, they've got their sponsors, but they don't stand there and go, you need to drink this, you know, mineral vitamin water that's definitely going to give you the shits. You know, that's why it cleanses you, because you're going to shit it all out the next day. But yeah, like you say, that's Junkyard Digs is a really good one to watch, and he has some really cool old school American V8s and shit. And like, sometimes they're like, this is going to be a bag of shit, but they will still get it running. And still drive it home with like no floor pan in it or whatever.
I think the one exception with the supercar thing, I think Matt Armstrong is not your favourite, but I agree with this on your face.
To be fair, somebody once described me as a budget Matt Armstrong, which to me was
I think that's a really big
great.
compliment.
I took that as a massive compliment.
Yeah.
I was like, do you know what? 100%. That's the biggest compliment anyone's probably ever paid me, to say you are a budget Matt Armstrong. 100%. I'll take that all day long. But again, his videos are quick fire. Like, buys a car, does it up, 2 videos, gone.
Yeah.
And I don't enjoy that kind of content because you don't get invested.
You'd rather make a story out of it.
Yeah, I want to see, you know, like Mike Conwell's literally talking about this recently in their podcast. They do a podcast, it's called The Unicorn Circuit, and they do a weekly, and they were talking about it, and they were saying, like, they don't make content the way YouTube wants you to, or the way people want you to, because some people want 37 episodes on the wiring for that car, and they want to see, but the majority don't.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind a whole episode dedicated to the wiring. That's fine. Let's go through it and let's watch it. That's cool. You might learn something. But, you know, and you've got people whinging saying, oh, can you hurry up and finish this build? And you've got people saying, well, hang on a minute. I want to see this. I want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see that.
You're never going to be able to please
and
everyone.
you can't. And the problem is that, again, the majority of people want that. Let's see it. Let's see how fucked up it is. And then I just want to see the final product.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, good thing about Junkyard Digs videos, it's just one video. See the whole thing in one video.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good question, actually, because it's always nice to get new content.
It is, me and the boys talk about it regularly. And what are you watching?
Obviously, because you do something similar, I'd recommend watching Pudding. And just if you just watch how he films.
Yeah, Ross and Luke,
it's brilliant.
The Howard brothers, they go on about him a lot.
Yeah.
So
Can
Cool.
rightfully
Your
so.
first number plate.
Yeah, P171 MOL.
Oh.
Yeah. That's okay.
Oh, well,
Good
yeah,
question,
pay
though.
attention.
What was yours?
M109 NNE.
What was yours?
I have no idea. I can't remember the one.
What
I've
was your
got
first
now.
car?
Beetle. I had 3 of them.
Yeah, so again, like going into that, like, I hated them. Nowadays, actually, done right, I think they're pretty sick.
Yeah, the Beetles. Yeah.
So you've got Silver Spoon over there.
Yeah.
D205 ESC.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not a proper Rain Man when it comes to numbers and letters.
No, I remember that one.
I can remember some of the cool ones, but like, I mean, I had a Focus. I had a 2 litre Focus and I had it 2 weeks. It was nothing special, and it lasted 2 weeks before I had to get rid of it. I just couldn't deal with it. Like, it's just not special
No.
in any way, shape, or form, and it's shit oil everywhere constantly. So I sold it to my colleague.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Sold the scene.
Yeah, nothing wrong. At that
2 weeks
moment,
later,
yeah.
he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to take it to France," and I'm like,
Take lots of
Never
oil.
seen them
Yeah.
again.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, so do you want to plug your YouTube channel?
"Yeah, that'd be great. I really appreciate that." So yeah, usually Broken Cars, one word, you can't miss it. Bright pink and blue logo. I like to buy cheap shit boxes, do them up. And the reason we call it usually Broken Cars is because I either buy a broken car and I'll fix it, or I'll buy something perfectly good and end up fucking it up in some way or another. But yeah, so you can find us on YouTube. Any support would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, no.
Thanks, gents.
No, wicked.
you very much.
I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole and watch everything else that you've done.
Good.
I watched about 3 of them yesterday, which I
appreciate
I
that.
liked them.
Yeah,
I
thank
did
you.
like
I
them.
mean,
Yeah,
So something was great.
I'm not today because I'm going to go home and watch Formula 1.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I am going to go home and hope that the the highlights have been uploaded.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing, Chris.
No.
No, please
I can
don't.
see it itching up.
Right, so you want to do your little bit?
Yes. Like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, anything you want to see, stick it in the thing below. We're quite fans of hate at the minute, aren't we? We've had a bit of.
Yeah, we do get some
Hey,
negative
yeah,
To
comments.
be fair, even hate is great for the channel.
Yeah, it's all publicity. So
It's
it
all
means
publicity.
you've
Whatever you
watched.
want,
Yeah, if you give him some shit, say that fat guy, don't invite him back.
So yeah, anything you want to see, let us know, please.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right, thank you for watching. We've got merch available somewhere. It will be
Yeah, I'm still
available
waiting.
somewhere. Yeah, you'll get your t-shirt soon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Thanks,
wicked,
man.
mate.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
it was really cool.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. I
Enjoy that?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, really enjoyed
Good.
that. Like I say, the problem is, I mean, I would imagine we've probably been here 2 hours, easy. If the race has been and gone,
2 hours, 2.25. No, 2 hours, 2 minutes.
2 hours 2.
that's
Probably
good.
us, one of our longest podcasts.
Yeah.
Since you've come here, so when we did our hour and a half, everyone here's been.
To be fair, I mean, other than the sea killing my arse, and I've
Does
been
it?
sat on my
Well,
bollocks.
we now hope Recaro will hear this.
Well, this is it. Yeah, I mean, I've been sat on my bollocks for the last hour, but probably you don't want to get up and just stand in front of the camera and just.
They're not going to do this so hard, ain't they?
But
I think since we
it's only
moved,
because I have no arse.
I think since
Just a
we moved
straight line
here-
down my back.
since we moved here, it's for a start, it's warmer.
It's hot. Yeah, we need to. cool it down a bit.
You need some makeup, mate, because
Am I sweating?
you were glistening.
Well, I'm sweating.
Nah,
I'm
glistening's fine. It's all good because people will get me back on the hub.
Start another channel.
Yeah. Old
No,
P
really
did
enjoyed
it.
it, and like I say, good format, good back at banter. There was very little quiet as well.
No, I mean, I think the story behind us three, we've known each other 25 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
We want it. We want it for the banter. So we love
Yeah.
the stories,
Yeah.
but we like the banter.
Yeah.
So it's-
I mean, to be fair, hence the reason I kept referring to your age because you've got 15 years on me.
Yeah.
But it's just that bit of fun, and again, I do it on my videos as well. I'll quite happily take the piss out of the people I'm interviewing.
I think the beautiful thing about all that, it's very easy to offend us. We're all quite
Very easy to offend.
very not.
He's going to get crying.
We're, no, we're quite thick-skinned. We're quite thick. We're all quite thick-skinned.
need that silver spoon.
Bloody hell! I needed that. No, but
I think-
we've taken a piss out of each other for 25
Oh,
years.
yeah.
So if somebody else wants to add to it,
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
feel
And again,
free.
being here, like sat here, like I'm quite happy to take the piss out of myself because
Yeah.
when you're in front of the camera, I mean, I have got a face for radio and a body for radio. Do you know what I mean? Like, and sometimes I film myself and think, you fat cunt, you fucking hell. But you just kind of get used to it, and being able to take the piss out of yourself definitely makes it an easy situation. Because when I first started doing the videos, it was like I found it really hard. But I was like, I wanted to.
It only takes about 3 or 4 videos, though, doesn't it, before you then switch off and don't even.
Yeah, it's
take
like
any notice.
Mike is still. He's like, I hate the sound of my voice, and I'm like, yeah, but no one gives a fuck what your voice sounds
No.
like.
No.
You know, unless it's like comical, no
Yeah.
one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
So just have a good time, enjoy it. I mean, we call him Uncle Mike in the video. This is my daughter's godfather, and we call him Uncle Mike, and it's just funny. And he is so wet. He is so wet.
I won't let you put this in a bit.
But
Thanks, Baz.
he's the nicest guy, you know. But Mike, I mean, he's had that Skyline now. He's got a lovely R32 GTR in white. He's had that 8 years, bought it for 18 grand. It's now valued at 45.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's had some fucking, you know.
Yeah, fair play to him.
But yeah, it's just, I think Mike's had about 5 cars, so don't ask him about his history with cars, because he's had about 5 of them. Literally, he's had...
But we had somebody on before that only had a handful of cars, didn't we? And they still made a really good podcast.
Yeah, Mike.
I think
if you, especially if you ask about his work and stuff, because I'm proud of his work.
Yeah.
Because he's so like subdued about it, and he's so humble.
I've done a lot of work for Jaguar Land Rover in their model shop, so I know what you talk about with the clay models and everything, and it's fucking fascinating. So long as he didn't design that new Jaguar,
oh fuck,
which
man.
is an absolute bag of shit.
That's just the fuck. I don't
It's the ad campaign I didn't like.
No.
I didn't particularly mind the car.
It went a bit too far.
We've got really inclusive, haven't we?
But
To a point, come
they've
on.
sacked everybody, haven't they? They've bindled it off.
Yeah.
Fucking too right.
Yeah.
No.
It really
JLR's
damaged
biggest
them.
bag of shit on the road anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly, from a mechanic's perspective, they are just fucking awful. They really are. So
I think your cars and coffee thing, I think if we get a couple of the gimbal camera things,
Oh yeah, stickers for your toolbox.
Oh, cool. Thank
Yeah.
you.
let's
To be fair, one will definitely. I'll go on the side of the car for you.
let's go and have a day out.
Yeah, no, we need.
Honestly, I'd love to have you down.
Yeah, no, we will.
no,
It'd be
brilliant.
fun. Come down. Obviously, bring what you want to bring. Bring the BM. The BM will. People love the BM. I know because James had an M5 version of that.
Oh, did
so
he?
he'll spunk all over it.
Yeah.
But yeah,